We are live, Mosley Football live from Niceville, Florida. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright and Robert Fleming, and this is the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show. Robert, this is a big game, and you can tell by the energy live here from Eagle Stadium. Go ahead and tell us about these two teams and what we can expect tonight.
Yeah, man, it is an exciting night. It's perfect. It's perfect football weather here for a great game between Niceville and Mosley for the district championship. Actually, I think we're about to do the pledge.
Once we start the national anthem, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing as the Eagle Pride plays our national anthem. We also ask you to please remain standing after that for a brief moment. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we'd like to take a moment to honor the life of Kennedy Bowden, a beloved member of our school community and a proud Niceville High School graduate from the class of 2025. Kennedy recently passed away after a courageous 2-year battle with cancer. She was a member of the Eagles cross country, track, and girls weightlifting teams. She will be remembered for her kindness, her determination, and the positive impact she had on everyone around her. As we come together tonight, let us pause for a moment of silence in Kennedy's memory. In memory of Kennedy Bowden, the Eagle Pride will perform our alma mater, Sweet, Sweet Spirit. Thank you, my friends. Please be seated.
Let's do that one more time. Mosley Football Live here, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. David Hayes here along with Robert Fleming and Kyle right here. All right, let's dive right into it. We're getting close to the kickoff. Robert, tell us about this big-time matchup between the Niceville Eagles and the Mosley Dolphins.
Yeah, we'll do the short version of the pregame. So Niceville 3-3, but that record is deceiving in my opinion. They've had a very tough schedule this year with losses to Lincoln, perennial North Florida power, as well as Choctaw, again another perennial North Florida power. Lost to Crestview when they were up 21-0 and just made some bad mistakes that let Crestview get back in it and win a close victory in that game. So Niceville has a lot of talent, somebody that can easily win this game tonight. Some guys to look out for Niceville. Quarterback number 11, Deacon McCoy, 15 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He's a guy that's not a dual threat running back, or not a dual threat quarterback, but he can throw the ball really effectively. He's only a sophomore, so he'll make some mistakes on occasion, but he can also be an effective runner if need be on occasion. Freshman number 14 running back Jacoby Gilliard has already 517 yards. They ran him a lot last week against Godby. In fact, it was a little bit to me unusual. They ran so much against Godby, but won 17-0. So I'll be interested to see how much they throw versus run the ball tonight. The guy that I'm most worried about tonight for Niceville is wide receiver number 1, Robert Oliver. Used to be Robert Stith. He's changed his name. He's a West Virginia commit, a real burner. What I want to see tonight is, does the Mosley secondary, has it improved from the last time I felt like they really played burners were against Rickards, and Rickards put up a lot of points on a lot of big plays in the against Mosley secondary. So is the Mosley secondary able to keep Oliver from getting behind them? That's my biggest concern. Make Niceville drive against you. Make them make play after play after play with a long drive. Make them not make mistakes and get down and score a touchdown. Don't give up explosive plays. Another guy, number 18, Max Roche. He's their tight end. He's a James Madison commit, another big play ability guy. He had a big touchdown against this Mosley team in the spring, whenever Mosley and Niceville played in the spring. And then on defense, 2 guys to look out for. Number 4, Noah Raines, 6'2", 225 linebacker for Niceville. They like to, he's an inside linebacker. They like to blitz him in the A gap, which can be disruptive for the offense. So the offensive line's got to be ready for that. And also on passing downs, they will get him, again, number 4, to the defensive end position to rush the passer. To tell you the type of talent that he is, he's been offered by teams like Ole Miss, West Virginia, and Oklahoma. So big-time talent. In number 4, he's been injured a couple of games this year, so he's just getting back. He's not their leading tackler. Their leading tackler is number 8, another linebacker, Harper Campbell, who is also a running back type guy, so he moves really well. So they have a really good linebacker core on defense. So, again, it's one of those games where both sides have a lot of talent. To me, the keys for Mosley tonight are going to be, will they keep Niceville from making big plays, especially with the deep ball, number 1. And when Mosley's on offense, are they going to be able to protect JP? Niceville likes to get after the quarterback. Mosley likes to throw the ball. So is the offensive line. Offensive line, I think, is the key tonight, because we know JP's going to do what he typically does. He's Mr. Consistent if he has time. And then, we know what the skill position can do for Mosley. So is the offensive line going to be able to protect JP and open holes for the run game?
Kyle, any question for Robert before we get out of here, getting ready for the kickoff?
Man, I think you kind of hit just about everything I wanted to talk about there, Robert. Reading the reports on Niceville, it seems that they have relied heavily on explosive plays this season. I think it was 60% of their touchdowns coming from 30-plus yards out. And I was going to ask what Mosley can do on defense to take that away. So
yeah. So I think what they have to do is, we've talked about it before on here, and Coach Wynn's talked about it before, help out the secondary by getting after the quarterback, make him uncomfortable, because, again, he's not like a Khalil Reed or a Zay at Morgan at Bay. He's not going to beat you with his legs, but he So I think we can get after him, make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and then it's going to help. Carson Griffin missed last week with an injury. He's back in the secondary. He's such a good wide receiver, but he's also such a big help in the secondary. So Talon Moore went out with an injury last week. He's back. Carson Griffin is back. And then at the defensive backfield, at the cornerback position, we have Christian Brown and D. Gillis. So everybody's healthy in the defensive backfield. So I think just, hey, don't let anybody behind you. Make them make those 8 and 10 play drives.
And I got one more for you. On the offensive side of the ball for Mosley, Niceville gives up over 100 yards per game on the ground this year. Do we expect Niceville to come out and try to sell out to stop Sammy Chisholm, or do you think that they're going to kind of stick to their game plan and Mosley could take advantage of that?
So I think that with Mosley's offense, you kind of got to picture poison. So I don't think that they're going to be able to sell out against the run because Mosley's so explosive on the outside with Adam Land, Fletcher Taylor, Carson Griffin. I don't think that Niceville's going to want to just live completely on man-to-man all night in the defensive backfield. They're going to do a lot of that, but I don't think they're going to want to live on that exclusively.
All right, that was the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show. Robert, as always, hey, we ran it all the way up to the kick right here. Looking forward to a great one. Robert, thanks for all the info, man. Enjoy the game.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Kyle, you want to go ahead and mute that up real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna take over for a second while you guys switch microphones, and I got you. While Dave gets set here, we are kicking right to left. It's one interesting note while Dave gets suited up here, and I'll go ahead and unmute him. One interesting thing here is that the wind is gusting pretty heavy from right to left on your screen here tonight, so something to keep an eye on as Mosley's going to start with the ball going left to right.
And they've got the ball teed up here in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Welcome in as we are live from Eagle Stadium, getting it started with a touchback, and Mosley will take over here in the golfwithj.com first quarter. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Shout out to Drew Schnell, manager. Got to work at the shop today in order to get off a little earlier, and it was my first time working with Drew, so shout out to him. Hope you're listening and following along with us this evening. Big game tonight.
Boy, is it so. Is it so. I mean, absolute big fight feel here tonight. Everything on the line. Maybe not a stretch to say one of the biggest games in the entire state of Florida tonight.
JP Holzenbach's got 3 wide receivers to the right side of his offensive line. Adam Land to the left. Sammy Chisholm in motion. They sling it out to Sammy. Sammy's going to fall down, and he'll be hit after that. They're not going to call a flag on that play, but high school football, college football, you're down as soon as you get the knee. I don't blame anyone, though, for the follow-up play to the whistle, baby.
Hey, you got to make the hit. You got to make the hit. I don't hate the idea there from Mosley on the first play. Just not great execution.
JP's going to roll out. He's going to find Adam Land on the inside there, and he's going to fall forward to about the 25-yard line here in the golfwithj.com first quarter. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors, Arbor Properties and Cox Pools Commercial Dermatology Associate Skin and Cancer Center. First downs tonight will be provided by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, and we're looking for a Mr. Eddie's first down.
I think we may have unfortunately gotten a Bite Me Custom Treats penalty there, though. And we did.
And that'll back them up after the hold. They're brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats. That will bring up second and long. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Dolphins working from the left to the right as we see it here. They need to get the ball to the 30-yard line. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live. JP Olsen back to his right has Sammy Chisholm. Jamarcus Halstead at the bottom of your screen. Up top, we've got Carson Griffin. They're going to give it off to Sammy Chisholm. He's going to work his way to the right side of the line, reverse his track, and will be brought down after a small gain to make third and Pensacola a little smaller.
You had to know Niceville was going to come out fired up here at the beginning of this game. Big opportunity for them to kind of flex their muscles a little bit on this first defensive drive.
Third and long. Dolphins need to get the ball to the 30-yard line. JP Olsenbach's got Sammy Chisholm to his right. Tries to clap to draw the Eagles offsides. Again, the Eagles coming in at 4-3. The Dolphins at 5-1. If Mosley were to win this game, they win the district. JP Holzenbach's got a man in motion in Carson Griffin from the left to the right. He's looking up the middle of the field. He's got Carson Griffin, and then number 3 steps in front to pick it off, and he will return that into the end zone for a Niceville Eagles Beach House Sales and Development touchdown. That was a great read there by Jaden Tekuro.
Man, he had him a few seconds before that. Unfortunately, got the ball off just a little bit late. And as we know in football, seconds can make big time, or no, I mean milliseconds can just make a big time difference. Had Carson Griffin kind of wide open streaking, got the ball off, got popped as he threw it, which also probably took a little bit of pepper off of it. And absolutely easy pick six right there for Niceville.
10.5 left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. The snap is bobbled, and the extra point will be no good, leaving the Dolphins with a 6-0, trailing 6-0 here. The Eagles leading 6-0. Just getting started here after the pick six. Also thanks to Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, and Rosemary in time. Kyle, we talked a little bit with Robert, and he mentioned some of his keys to the game. In your preparation this week, what did you deem to be the keys for the Mosley Dolphins here against Niceville?
Well, since we're about to roll out here on the defensive side of the football, we got to turn this thing into a wildlife reserve tonight. Actually, we're coming back on offense, excuse me. But on defense, they got to turn this thing into a wildlife reserve. You got to put these Eagles in a cage. You got to limit the big plays, man. You got to try to keep them in front of you, just as Robert Fleming said. And on the offensive side of the football, keep them on their heels. Don't let the claws sink in. Don't be one-dimensional. Spread the ball out.
Niceville did not get the extra point. A mistake on the exchange with the snap, and we've got a 6-0 score here. Niceville on top of Mosley. Niceville going to be kicking the ball back off. We're just a minute and a half here into the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Golfwithjay.com focusing on 4 key components. That's grip, posture, plane, and pivot. And that kick is up, end over end, and Arboleta will let that fall into the end zone, and Mosley will take over at their own 20-yard line, trailing by 6.
If you're JP, you can't let that mistake rattle you. I mean, it's a big fight field. We've already said it multiple times. This is an absolutely huge game. Niceville has to win this game. I mean, if they want to make the playoffs, this is a must-win game. So you know they're going to come out fired up early. But on paper, Mosley seems to be the more talented team. You got to take advantage of that right here and get your mistakes, leave them in the past, and make the most of an opportunity.
Lots of talent on both sides of the field here. J.P. Holstenbach brings the offense back out. He's got Sammy Chisholm on his left pocket. Fletcher Taylor in motion from the right to the left. They sling it out to him. He's got a couple blockers in front of him and some real estate. Runs a man over, getting near the line to gain at the 29-yard line, bringing up second and short.
It looks like they're going to move them chains. I thought it may have been second and short as well, but line judge moving them boys along.
First and 10, Dolphins tempo to the ball. They're going to sling it right back over there to Carson Griffin. This time, Carson Griffin makes a move, and he'll get to near midfield for another Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
I like the idea here. You kind of spread out that Eagle defense. Try to get the ball to Sammy Chisholm. Make them respect the pass on the outside.
10 minutes left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Niceville leading 6-0. Ball at the 49-yard line. Dolphins still in their own territory. Empty backfield. Now Adam Land in motion from the top of your screen towards the bottom. He looks his way. He slings it out to Adam Land. Adam Land puts his hands down.
For
the flag flies.
For what?
Another block. Adam Land to the 10-5 into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. And we await to see the flag. Brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats.
That's as ticky-tack as they come if that's a holding penalty.
We are walking back this way.
Every sign of body language seems to be that that's going to be a hold against the Mosley Dolphins, and that's probably one of the worst calls I've seen in our 4 years up here in the booth.
That will negate the long touchdown pass from Adam Land, backing them from the 49-yard line to their own 39-yard line, trailing 6, 9.5 left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
I assume they got Jamarcus Halstead there as he kind of set the tone on the outside. And again, I just completely disagree with it. But again,
I will not say that I completely disagree. What I'll say is I completely didn't see anything. That's what I'll say. J.P. Holstenbach's got Sammy Chisholm on his right. Carson Griffin's in motion. They fake the give. They're going to find Adam Land. And the Niceville Eagles defense found Adam Land in the backfield for a loss to bring up second in a good little while here.
That was a lackadaisical play. I'm not really 100% sure what that was supposed to be, and I don't think the Mosley Dolphins offense was either. You got to get your heads back in this thing.
Mosley needs to get the ball to the Eagles' 42-yard line for a first down, and we will get a timeout. That timeout is brought to you by Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Give Matt Simmons a call, 850-896-4156. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We're back for a big second down here for the Mosley Dolphins, needing to get the ball into Eagles territory near the 40-yard line. They trail 6-0 with 9:03 left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. JP Olsen back. The quarterback's got Sammy Chisholm bouncing out to his right, then back towards him. And Sammy Chisholm is around the outside, across the 50, still on his feet, across the original line of scrimmage near the 45, making third and manageable on its way.
Happy to see we didn't get one of them positive yard penalties on that one. Sammy Chisholm, an absolute dog.
I've been seeing that play, that motion being utilized a lot more as Mosley will come out with an empty backfield here. Sammy Chisholm at the bottom of your screen. JP looking to the top of your screen. He finds the tight end, Adam Land, and it will be close. I believe it'll be 4th and about 2.
And you obviously got to go for this.
8:25 remains in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Wyatt Fleming comes on, which means that this will be the Wild Dolphin. Sammy Chisholm taking a direct snap. Carson Griffin and Sammy Chisholm communicating near the Niceville Eagle logo there at midfield. 14 seconds left on the play clock. Sammy Chisholm, the snap was high. Sammy Chisholm, the ball is still out. And Niceville, regardless, will take over in favorable field position. The snap was a little high over the fingertips of Sammy Chisholm, and that was a turnover. Not just a turnover on downs after the fumble over the hands of Sammy Chisholm, and that is a hot start here for Niceville's defense. A pick six, and now a turnover on the 4th and short attempt by the Dolphins offense.
An absolutely disastrous start for Mosley on offense. And Niceville, a big opportunity here to put their foot on Mosley's throat early.
The Eagles, led by their sophomore quarterback, Deegan McCoy. Deegan's going to hand it off to number 14, Jacoby Gilliard. Gilliard to the top of your screen, and he'll be brought down after a short gain to bring up second down. 8:06 here to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
That was the most difficult 3 or 4 yards I've seen somebody gain in a while. Great run.
Ball inside the 40-yard line at about the 38 of the Mosley Dolphins. Second down. First offensive possession here for the Eagles tonight, and they lead 6-0. They're going to give it right back to Gilliard. Gilliard's wrapped up by 3 or 4 Dolphins. Number 5, Kane Colbert.
Kane Colbert's done a fantastic job this year, filling in some big shoes. The shoes left empty by Sawyer Schultz and so many others on that Mosley defense, by the way.
3rd and about 6 here. 7.5 left to play. Niceville leads Mosley 6-0. quarterbacks in shotgun. He's got his running back Gilliard to his left. Drops back a couple of steps. They find him on a quick route, and that'll bring up 4th and 5 from the 35 here. Maybe a little less than 5. 4th and 4, 3.5 around there.
Yeah, you feel kind of confident going for this if you're Niceville. I mean, worst case scenario, your defense has played lights out so far. And taking advantage of some big-time mistakes by Mosley early on in the game.
Deegan McCoy leads the Eagles out for this 4th down.
They got him out on an island over here. Coaches, a little bit of confusion on the Mosley defense. They got to keep their eyes open over here.
They're going to give it to Gilliard. Gilliard right up the middle. Wyatt
He did
Fleming,
not get
mano a mano, and I don't think he gets it. We await the spot from the side judge. And it is a turnover. No, they're going to call for the chains out. They are going to call for the chains to come out.
Oh, man. I'd keep an eye on this.
This is high school football. Thursday night lights instead of Friday night lights. The drama intensifies when it's Mosley and Niceville.
Oh, boy. Don't you back it up more. What are we doing? It wasn't there. Okay. All right.
All right. That will mean it's a turnover on downs, and the Mosley Dolphins will take over. And that is a huge stop for the momentum there for the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's an absolutely pivotal stop.
Way
Now,
to stand big there. I think that was Wyatt Fleming and Gilliard just going mano-a-mano there.
You have to. Big Wyatt Fleming, man, he's made some huge plays this year. And now, once again, you find yourself in a situation, if you're Mosley, take advantage. It's nothing, really. I mean, in your head, it's got to be nothing.
Well, you come out, you throw the pick six, you bounce back from that, you get a drive that starts getting a little bit of steam, and then going for it on 4th and short, the snap goes over the halfback's head, and that leads to a turnover on downs. But then your defense stands up tremendously. You got to pay them back a little bit here if you're the Mosley offense. Niceville is the home team tonight. They've got the maroon hats, the maroon jerseys with the white numbers and the maroon pants. Mosley in all white hats with the green Mosley logo lettering on the side of each helmet. JP Olsenbach's going to fake the give. He's going to find Jamarcus Halstead on the outside. He'll get to midfield on the Mr. Eddie's Barbershop 1st down.
Let me tell you, when you go back and you watch the film on that play right there, you're going to see exactly how perfect that pass had to be, because Niceville was ready for it. Great pump fake there from JP. Hits his man perfectly in stride.
6 minutes left to play in the golfwithj.com 1st quarter. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. JP's going to get it out to Henson Holden. Holden's going to get a few yards on 1st down.
We've seen him get a little bit more involved as the season has progressed.
That was his 6th catch. He's had 67 yards coming into tonight's game, 1 receiving touchdown. I believe that was actually the first touchdown of the 2025 Mosley Dolphins season.
I almost wonder if they don't have him in mind to kind of fill that Jack Massey role just a little bit.
2nd down and 8. The Dolphins in Eagles territory. 5:38 left to play in the golfwithj.com 1st quarter. It's a pitch over to Sammy Chisholm. A hole opens up. He's around the outside to the 20, to the 10, the 5, and to the end zone for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown.
I think they're saying he stepped out of bounds right around the 31-yard line. And I feel like I've talked a lot of smack early on. I thought maybe he did, and then when they didn't, I didn't hear a whistle. I was like, okay, but I think that's the right call.
From a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown to a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop 1st down. Mosley will have a 1st and 10 from the Eagles 31-yard line. Ball on the near side of the field. And J.P. Olsenbach directing traffic. He's got Sammy Chisholm on his left hip. Carson Griffin. Inside of him is Fletcher Taylor. That's at the top of your screen. Looking to the right side of the field for Halstead again. Halstead on the comeback. He shoots outside, back to the inside of the field.
Yes,
stays on his feet for a Dolphins touchdown. Jamarcus Halstead.
That's an absolutely incredible play after the catch. First of all, an absolute strike, another absolute dime, hitting his man perfectly timed, catches the ball, spins to the inside, and does the rest with his feet. Athletic, incredible. Tie game.
You do got to play that. Coach Haddad at the shop today said, I love when you guys play the little dolphin noise, as the golden toe of Maverick Wright will attempt the extra point and try to give the Dolphins the lead after the Beach House Sales and Development touchdown. JP grabs a snap. The kick is up. And it did seem wide right, and it was. That is the third missed extra point of the year, and we've got a tie ball game, 6-6 with 5:18 remaining here at Eagle Stadium in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
You know, this is our fourth year calling this game, Dave, and I mean, it's just been incredible every single season, every single year, and we know how much kicks have had to do with that.
Every single point matters. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Your score live from Niceville, Florida, the Eagles and the Dolphins. And we're not talking NFL. That's actually the Eagles and the Giants tonight. Mosley High School versus Niceville High School. Score tied 6-6 with 5:18 left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Maverick Wright's got the ball teed up on the 40-yard line on the far side of the field from where we're standing here in the visitor bleacher sections. Both bands here tonight, Kyle, and we are excited for some Thursday night lights.
They kind of waited for this game for the sound of the Southland to travel with the team. We've missed them on the road this season. It's good to have them for the big one.
Return from the 5-yard line. It's a return man for the Niceville Eagles, and he is stood up after he crosses the 20-yard line, getting near the 26-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will start on their second offensive possession of the evening.
Tone-setting drive for both teams right here.
Mosley coming in with a record of 5-1. They had the bye week last week. Prior to that, it was homecoming. They beat Milton and the Panthers 27-14. This game, with a win, the Mosley Dolphins would clinch their district. Deegan McCoy and the Eagles offense out. He's got his running back on his right hip. He's going to sling out for a screen on the far side of the field, and Christian Brown will bring him out after a 2 to 3 yard gain there to start off the drive.
Christian Brown, somebody who's kind of just gotten better as the season has progressed, Dave. We know, this Mosley secondary had a tough start to the season. They were obviously without Christian Brown, and I'm not sure if he was 100% healthy the first couple games, but for the last couple games, Mosley secondary has been stepping up in a big way.
Running back to the left of the quarterback, and a seam opens up for him to get near a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down, and that is what it will be. Underneath 5 to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
They're marking him. Okay, here we go. They had him marked as a third down.
You mentioned Christian Brown there, Kyle. He's up to 6 total tackles, has a tackle for loss, and a deflected pass since he's been back, healthy and a part of this Dolphins defense. Gilliard, the running back, to the right of the quarterback, Deegan, and Deegan is going to find his receiver, and Carson Griffin is going to make the tackle immediately, and the Eagles will split the sticks on first down, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Nice pass there. Forward progress going to put him a little bit closer to the first down. I actually thought he may have picked up another yard, but Mosley friendly spot here. We'll take it.
McCoy's got his running back to his right, 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. A little tight end to the left. They're going to give it to the running back. He's running towards us, and then cuts it back up the middle of the field. He'll have enough for an Eagles first down, brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
This is where the Niceville offense starts to get a little bit dangerous right here, because this is where they like to start taking their shots downfield.
Inside of Dolphins territory, 6-6 ball game underneath 4 minutes here. Ball in the middle of the field. split wide receivers to either side, and it was got a slot wide receiver here at the bottom of your screen. Number 3 now in motion.
Maybe going to get a little false start action here. Maybe a illegal motion.
The motion man, Jaden Turcaro, was responsible for the 6 points on the board for the Niceville Eagles. And that penalty was brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats, and we'll turn it into 1st and 15 here.
Take all the help you can get.
Underneath 4 to play now as Niceville and the Eagles are making substitutions. 1st and 15, 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Quarterback's got his running back to the right. They're going to leak it out to the tight end, and the tight end, number 18, Max Roche, goes down prior to getting across midfield, or just shy of midfield, rather.
One thing so far on defense that Mosley's been doing well is they're tackling the ball carrier as soon as they get to him. And I think that's going to be really key. Try to not let these, Niceville's got a ton of speed.
Tristan Steele comes off the field for the Dolphins. 2nd and 11, ball at midfield, under 3 to play in the golfwithj.com first quarter. It's tied, Niceville 6, Mosley 6. Deegan looks at the running backs, going to find a man on the opposite side of the field, and he is tripped up after a 6 or 7 yard gain. That was Robert Oliver on the reception.
You would imagine maybe 4 down territory. Anytime in a game like this, huh?
Oh, yeah. With the ramifications of this game, the momentum changes absolutely. 3rd and short here, I believe. Unless you take a big loss, you're looking at going for it on 4th down. We've already seen them go for it on 4th and short earlier, about 4th and 4 from around the 35. Niceville's heavy on the left side of the offensive line. They're going to fake the give, leak it out. Man in pursuit. That was a great play call. They are across the 30-yard line near the 25, and that is a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop 1st down as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Talked earlier about how milliseconds can literally cause just a lot of space, and Fletcher Taylor just momentarily bites on that little play fake, and his man kind of gets outside of him, and that's an excellent play call on 3rd down. You imagine they probably have 2 play calls right there, and we do have an injured Niceville Eagle.
That will give us an opportunity to share a little love to Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County, your official sponsor for water breaks. Also would like to thank Reliance South Construction, who will be the sponsor of the player of the game, Steverson Air Conditioning, Whitehead Plumbing, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming.
It's funny, Dave, how the weather has progressed as the season has for us. A couple weeks ago, we're seeing double, trying not to pass out in the stands in Rickards. And tonight it's windy, almost a little cool.
It is a beautiful night here in Niceville, Florida, live from Eagle Stadium for a big-time clash, a rivalry game between the Mosley Dolphins and the Niceville Eagles, and we are tied at 6. 1st and 10. Inside the 30-yard line, the Eagles drive.
You got him, Cole.
Archambault brings him down.
That's a huge sack.
That is his 8th sack of the year, Kyle. We haven't even played that many games.
You talk about somebody who has just stepped up in a huge way this season.
I don't think that you can fill the shoes of Raiden Bruins, but that's about as close as it gets. From the 35, it'll be 2nd and long, and Niceville and the Eagles will take a timeout with 1:35 left to play in the golfwithj.com first quarter. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We're back here for a second and about 15 from the Dolphins' 35-yard line. The Eagles have the ball on the far side of the field. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Robert Oliver at the bottom. They're going to give it to Gilliard straight up the middle, and he is still on his feet. And he will get near the 25-yard line there, close to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd and about 11. But yeah, he just kind of kept the legs pumping, had a shoestring tackle almost, but let him go and got a nice gain there for the Eagles.
That's why they teach you, man. You play till the whistle. I mean, that young man made a great play. He wasn't down. He kept the legs churning, planted his hand in the ground, and got some extra yardage that really came up big for Niceville.
Jaden Tercero and Justice Donahue down at the bottom of your screen. He's looking that way.
Oh, my.
The pass was right in the hands of Jaden Tercero, who is responsible for the Eagles' 6 points via a pick 6 earlier. That pass right on the money falls incomplete, bringing up 4th and long here.
This is interesting. This is 4th and pretty long. Although, this is kind of no man's land, especially in high school football. I mean,
right here. And a flag does fly. A little sideline warning, so it will not cause any negative yardage there for the Eagles here on 4th and 10. Golfwithj.com, first quarter, 49 seconds. It is a 6-6 ball game. Mosley and Niceville. Mosley coming in with a 5-1 record. The Eagles at 4 and 3. It is 4th and 10 from the 25. Deegan drops back, looking for the middle of the field.
Got him.
He got him. The Dolphins defense collapses, and that will be a turnover on downs, bringing up a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down for your Mosley Dolphins.
Great job by the secondary covering their guys, keeping them in front of them, and that Mosley pass rush is going to get home. And here you go, once again for Mosley on offense. Your first 2 drives ended in disaster, kind of on your own mistakes. Now you have an opportunity to score on your next 2. Get that momentum back in your hands.
1st and 10, a ball on the far side of the field, and Mosley is heavy that way. Carson Griffin at the top of your screen. They're going to hand it off to Sammy Chisholm, who runs to the opposite side of the line, and will be stopped for a gain, if any, to bring up 2nd and 10 here. Small gain, if any.
I don't hate the play call. You got to keep the ball spread around. You want to make sure that they know Sammy Chisholm is a threat. We asked Jeffrey, GH here, to turn the air off, and he has not come through for us on that yet. So
6-6 here in the first quarter, brought to you by golfwithj.com. And there is 10 seconds. The entire Mosley offense is looking over at Sean Maddox and Coach Whitten. Coach Sean Maddox and Coach Tommy Joe Whitten here. And that will be the end of the golfwithj.com first quarter. David Hayes, Kyle Wright here on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are back for second quarter action, brought to you by Price & Sons Fencing. Call Zachary Price at 850-276-0141. Their fences stand the test of time. Oh, Jamarcus Halstead is the intended receiver. Ball off his fingertips. And number 3, again, with an interception. He's looking for room, and he will be brought down by Jace Jernigan at the 5-yard line, maybe inside of that. And that was a great play again by number 3, Jaden Tercero.
Got to have the awareness, and you got to know where the ball's at to be able to make a play like that. Incredible play, great awareness. Man, just little Plaxico Burress action by the Mosley Dolphins offense tonight. Self-imposed, man.
That was a big-time play by Jaden Tercero. I did just ask some Niceville fans for the pronunciation there. And Niceville's offense there, bringing up 2nd and short, knocking on the doorstep. 11.5 left to play in the Price and Sons fencing. And this is what we were saying earlier, not just the mixed extra points, Kyle, but just the momentum changes, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the mountains and valleys, as Deegan has his offense on the doorstep, and Gilliard is the running back, and he will run into the end zone for a Eagles touchdown. And we've got confetti flying in Eagles Stadium. Kyle, this is unique, having fans on both sides of the stands. I like it. Makes it very intriguing, and this is the epitome of Friday Night Lights or Thursday Night Lights.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been told time and time again that Coach Tommy Joe Wooden wants to build a college-like atmosphere for the Mosley Dolphins, and I mean, if you want to see what that kind of looks like, you look here in Niceville. This place is hyped. The fans sit everywhere. They take control of their own stadium. And, man, they bring the fight, I'll tell you that.
And that was Cameron Pearson on for the extra point. The score, 13-6 in the Price and Sons fencing. Second quarter action. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Live from Eagle Stadium in breezy Niceville, Florida. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. The Eagles leading the Mosley Dolphins 13-6 with 11-13 left to play in the second quarter. Kyle, what'd you think of that quick exchange of the ball from the Mosley offense as the Eagles are going to kick a line drive right down the middle of the field? Looks like Wyatt Fleming's going to scoop that up, and a hole opens up. He'll be brought down at the 40-yard line.
That's a good return right there. Great return. Man, what did I see? I saw I've seen disaster so far for the Mosley Dolphins offense. I mean, you know, Niceville is a team that you don't want to make it easy on, and I would say that Mosley has done that so far, at least on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, every mistake made has been avoidable.
That touchdown by Niceville and the Eagles was brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development, the Gulf's premier real estate group from Panama City to 30A. Beth Mulvey lets nothing in her way. Here comes J.P. Holstenbeck and the Dolphins offense from their own 40-yard line, and they're going to hand it off to Sammy Chisholm. Sammy Chisholm has a hole open up right up the middle of the field. He'll get a nice gain on first down to bring up 2nd and short for the Dolphins.
You can't let it get in your head. Once again, you just got to keep your head in the game. It's a one-possession game.
13-6 is the score. 3 wide receivers at the top of your score. J.P. Olsen back alone to the backfield, and he's going to throw it over the head of looks to be Fletcher Taylor. Fletcher Taylor fell down, and that was in and out of the hands of number 13, Andy Bocchino. who almost made the third interception of the game for the Eagles defense.
Another near disaster, slightly avoided right there.
3rd and short. Mosley at their own 47 needs to get the ball to midfield. 10:42 left to play in the Price and Sons fencing second quarter here, and the Dolphins trail 13-6.
You got to get this first down.
Sammy bounces out, high snap. JP rolls out. He's going to try to find Carson Griffin. Carson looks for a flag, and a Bite Me Custom Treats penalty flag flies in from 2 different officials here.
Within the 5 yards, so probably defensive holding here, if I had to guess. At least that's what I think Mosley wants. 2 flags kind of flying in.
They'll take anything that gets them 4 or more yards, which would be a Dolphins first down, which would give us an opportunity to tell you guys about Bite Me Custom Treats. 319-6857, 850-319-6857. Or check them out at their website, bitemecustomtreats.com. That brings us also to a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. 2 great locations in Panama City. Adam Land in motion from the left to the right. Sammy Chisholm on the left. Actually, that's Arboleta in the block. JP Olsenbach is looking for Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin put down into the end zone. Touchdown. Did I get in the shot? Nice. Touchdown for the Mosley Dolphins. JP Olsenbach finds Carson Griffin on the post route. Touchdown Dolphins.
You know, it's a great play when you get a little Robert Fleming cameo on the camera.
There we go. Hey, hit our.
Yeah. My bad. I'm slacking tonight. Hey, a great play. Anytime you can get Carson Griffin one-on-one, I throw that ball up 99 times. 100 out of 100 times is where I was going to go with that. But Carson Griffin, just electric playmaker, committed to the University of Delaware, which, for those not familiar, is where the new Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco played some football.
Hey, there you go. They stay with the Joe quarterbacks. Maverick Wright all for the extra point. That snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up and it's good. We've got a tie ball game live here from Eagle Stadium. 13-13, 10.5 left to play in the Price and Sons fencing second quarter. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are back live from Niceville, Florida, inside of Eagle Stadium. Great bowl stadium, great atmosphere. Just a beautiful night for football. We've got a beautiful football game brewing as well. Mosley and Niceville tied at 13. 10.5 left to play. Price and Sons fencing second quarter action, and the wind will blow that ball down.
I'm making a little post on Facebook to get us some more viewers.
13-13 is your score, and we've had a great one. There's been a few turnovers by the Mosley offense. Niceville has benefited off of both, scoring 13 points, one via a pick six, one via a pick returned inside of the 5-yard line, and they were able to punch it in from there. For Mosley, Carson Griffin, the latest on the long connection from JP Olsenbach, and the Golden Toe will boot this one with the wind at his back deep into the end zone for a touchback. That will be the 15th or 16th touchback of the season by the senior Maverick Wright.
All right, once again, here you are. Reset. Nothing, right? Brand new ball game. A lot of time left here in the first half.
And the Niceville offense will take the field here. The Mosley touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development to tie us up. Deegan McCoy, the quarterback's got number 41 in motion. That is Jason Leach. They're going to hand it off.
Great tackle.
To Gilliard, the running back, and that will be a small gain to bring up 2nd and 10 here, 13-13. Great ball game live from Eagle Stadium.
Did good to bounce there to the outside. Great tackle there by Will Arboleta, grabbing the shoestring and bringing him down because I think he had a few more yards in front of him to pick up.
Deegan McCoy is barking the orders out to the Eagles offense. Gilliard on his right side, 3 wide receivers to the right side of the offensive line. They're going to give it to Gilliard. Gilliard tries to find his offensive line.
There you go, boys.
Stands him up, and the rest of the Dolphins defense comes to join, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Eagles.
Big play. We think we said it like 1,000 times last week. Biggest 3rd down of the game.
Every third down
is the biggest play.
The biggest 3rd down of the game. Underneath 10 to play, 13-13. Dolphins defense looking to get off the field here. And the Eagles offense needs to get to the 30-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the left side of the line. They roll out, and they are going to get near the sticks. It'll be close. Robert Oliver on the reception.
He may have gotten just enough.
It'll depend. Is it a left or a right foot spot here? Where does the nose of the ball end up? That'll be a 1st down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
I mean, he was right on the line of scrimmage, and I again, without measurements and everything, I think you got to probably give him the 1st down there.
1st and 10, ball on the near side of the field. 13-13, underneath 9 minutes left to play in the Price & Sons Fencing 2nd quarter. Deacon McCoy's got Gilliard to his right. Wyatt Fleming bringing the pressure, and he's going to find Gilliard in the backfield for a stop.
Got a couple flags coming in after the play. I wonder if this is a little extracurricular here.
Bite Me Custom Treats provides the penalty markers.
You do not want to give Niceville any help.
Coach Tommy Joe Whitten pointing back towards the Niceville side of the line of scrimmage, signifying it would be against them.
It is. Personal foul action. Oh, offsetting, okay. All right, a couple offsetting penalties there.
That'll make it 2nd down, and the Eagles need to get the ball to about their 40-yard line here. 2nd and 10 in the 2nd quarter, brought to you by Price & Sons Fencing.
Didn't really see anything happen. Must have been a little scuffle down there.
Just trying to keep the game in check, I imagine, as well. I'm sure these referees are not ignorant or naive to
this situation.
This rivalry game between the two schools. It's a very healthy, very respectful rivalry as well.
Sometimes.
Deegan's going to look over the middle of the field. Talon Moore stepped up to try to make a play. That ball will fall incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
You can read Talon Moore's body language. You know he wishes he had that back.
That would have been his 4th interception of the year, Kyle.
I mean, he's been somebody, I think we've talked about this multiple times as well, Dave. We missed the whole season of him last year. We've heard a lot about this young man, and this season he has absolutely lived up to the hype.
Deegan McCoy's got Gilliard on his right hip. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Snaps a little low. He corrals it, looking over there on the left side of the field, and that was intended for Justice Donahue. The pass is incomplete. 4th down right here. I think everyone in the building was kind of waiting. Is there going to be a flag? Is there not going to be a flag? No Bite Me custom treats anywhere on the field, and that'll bring up 4th and 10. The Eagles look to bring the punt team on from their 30-yard line.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tough punt here, Dave, because this thing's going right into that. I mean, the wind is gusting right now.
It is 8:19 on the scoreboard here in a tie ball game live from beautiful Niceville, Florida.
Oh, you got to kick it now.
5 seconds left on the play clock. 3, 2, snap, little wobbly, gets back to the punter. No pressure from Mosley. Ball bounces at about the 46-yard line, and we'll take a Mosley bounce back after the 40. Niceville will down it there. 8:10 left to play in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter. Score is 13-13. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. JP Holzenbach's got the Dolphin offense for a 1st and 10. Inside their own territory, Sammy Chisholm in motion. A Bite Me custom treats penalty flag flies. That will probably be a false start.
And I think it's the right call. Hey, got to give a shout out here to Mr. Jerry Hicks. Also, if you're watching and you know David or myself, send us a text, or I got a Facebook post up. Go comment on that. Let us know you're watching. Got to shout out Jerry Hicks. Got to shout out Bo Green. Bo, one of the most supportive dudes in Bay County. Love that man.
There we go. Shout out to Bo for show. Carson Griffin is going to be at the bottom of your screen, split in between Sammy Chisholm and Fletcher Taylor. JP is going to shoot it out there to Adam Land. Adam Land puts a hand into a man. He's across midfield. He's got a blocker in front. He is brought down from behind, but holds on to the ball inside the 35 for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
Little maroon on maroon action there. The Mississippi State commit, Adam Land, abusing the dudes wearing all maroon tonight.
Got trips over here to the left at the bottom of your screen. JP's going to give it off to Sammy Chisholm. Sammy Chisholm hits the perimeter at the top of your screen. He's around the outside, pushed out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Going to keep them chains moving. Sammy Chisholm, again, once he hits that seam, once he gets a little bit of space, my goodness, when the Jets kick on, I mean, we're really close to the Valparaiso airport here. And I don't know if they got any Jets that move that fast.
Ooh, we will have to give a little shout out to the local eatery. Talk about some good food. That was absolutely phenomenal.
Black and mahi sandwich, man. Ooh.
Underneath 8 minutes left to play, and they're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm again. Hole opens up on the right side of the field. Sammy follows it. He'll pick up 4 to 5 there to make it 2nd down.
I mean, I didn't think he was going to get anything on that play, and ends up picking up about 4 or 5 yards, like you said. Just gets the Jets, finds the little seam. Also kind of low center of gravity. Hard to bring down.
Underneath 8 left to play in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter. Jamarcus Halstead in motion. They're going to sling it out to him on the screen. Blockers in front, and Fletcher Taylor and Carson Griffin. He's sneaking his way towards the first down, and he will get it. Pending what we hear from the official on the Bite Me Custom Treats penalty flag.
That's when you're chippy like that, it's interesting to see what this call is going to be. Usually that's the kind of call that would go against the defense, maybe like a hand got in a face mask or something, but not traditionally where you would see a holding call come out, but wait for the call here and see what's about to happen.
It will go against the Dolphins, judging on the body language from Fletcher Taylor and Carson Griffin. No.
Well, it's against the defense.
Okay, well, I was looking at Fletch and Carson down there at the bottom of the screen, and they looked to be disgruntled, but here we go.
Okay.
Jamarcus Halstead, Carson Griffin at the top of your screen. Sammy Chisholm is to the left of JP. Now some pointing back and forth. Tristan still clapping, and that will be a false start. I believe that's Tristan still. I think it looks like 60 from here. The right tackle jumps, and that'll back the Dolphins up 5 yards here. 13-13 underneath 7 to play in the second quarter.
That's always one of my favorites, man, watching the teams point back and forth. No him, no him, no him.
And the white hat gets to make the final decision. Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor, 2 tight ends standing next to each other on the left of JP Holzenbeck. JP's going to roll out.
That's a broken play.
Doesn't have a receiver. He finds Fletcher Taylor. Fletcher Taylor's got Adam Land in front of him. He'll make his way towards the goal line, but will be pushed out of bounds prior to reaching pay dirt.
Great job there by Fletcher Taylor to let his quarterback find him there. That was a broken play from the beginning, and man, I thought JP was going to hold that ball and take a big sack. Thank goodness he was able to locate Fletch.
It'll be second down here inside the 5-yard line. JP is going to hand it off to Sammy Chisholm, and the Eagles defense collapses in on Sammy, and that'll bring up a 3rd and goal for the Mosley Dolphins.
Is this 4-down territory? I mean,
I would say with the motion, the momentum changes in this game. If I'm running the ball right here, and then we'll make our decision on 4th down.
This is where you kind of like.
This is where you wish number 8 was in the game, or we throw in Will Arboleta.
This is where Sammy Freitas came in so big last year because he was such a weapon with his legs.
JP Olsenbach's got Jamarcus Halstead in motion. He
slings my
goodness. It over the head of Fletcher Taylor. JP Olsenbach looks for a flag on roughing the passer. Will not get one. Will bring up 4th down inside the 5. 13-13 is the score. Live from Eagle Stadium. Underneath 6 left to play in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter.
Looks like they are going to bring out the kicking unit here.
Maverick Wright, 1 of 2 on the season for field goals.
It's a tough one, dude. I mean, even with the wind to your back, you got a little bit of an angle here.
That is what's tough about high school football, college football. The hash marks are much more wide than what they are in the NFL, giving you different angles of attack on the goalpost. Maverick Wright on for the field goal. The kick is up. The kick is good. I believe that's a 20-yard field goal, which will make him 2 for 3 on the year, and it will give the Dolphins a 3-point lead with 5:52 left to play in the first half. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. (16-13) after the Maverick Wright field goal. 5:52 left to play in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. Ball teed up in the middle of the 40-yard line.
I'm messing with my boy Jerry, saying we're going to give out a free Odyssey chipper in the third quarter.
Oh, there we go.
A little inside joke action between me and the boys.
Maverick Wright approaches the ball to kick it off. That kick will be end over end, and with the wind behind it, Robert Oliver will let it fall into the end zone, and Niceville will take over after the touchback from their own 20-yard line, trailing 16-13.
Really been impressed with this Mosley defense so far. Both the Niceville scores have come on, mistakes. Obviously, we had the pick 6, and then we had the other interception that gave Niceville 1st and goal. Other than that, this Mosley defense has been up to the task.
That they have. We've got a water break brought to you by the officials, presented by Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, Reliant South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, Whitehead Plumbing, Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and of course, Walborski, Bradley, and Fleming. From the 20-yard line, the Niceville Eagles work from the left to the right. 5:52 left to play in the first half. They're going to give it off to Gilliard. He is patiently awaiting a hole to open, and it does, and he'll get near the line to gain at the Dolphins, or at the Eagles' own 30-yard line.
Second and short here. That's a good run right up the middle. Finds a little seam. Wyatt Fleming's helmet did come off, so he does have to come off for this play. Not a guy you want off the field on second and short. That's unfortunate. Want to get that fixed quick.
From about the 29-yard line. They're going to toss it out. That ball is out. The ball is still out, and the Dolphins will jump on it. That is a huge turnover and gives the Dolphins favorable field position inside the 25, almost inside the red zone.
There it is. We've seen Mosley make a few big mistakes in this game that Niceville has capitalized on. Niceville making their first big, huge mistake right there. I don't know if it was a bad pitch. I don't know if it was just a.
It was a little high when you're a running back, especially. You want that ball to be kind of right there at your chest. It did go a little high, kind of bounced off the left shoulder. When you're wearing those shoulder pads, it's a little high to get those. It's a little hard to get those arms up there sometimes. So just a little bit high, but Mosley takes advantage there, and they'll start inside the 25 with 5.5 left to play in the second quarter. A 3-point lead. Sammy Chisholm to the left of JP. JP's going to drop back 3 steps. Looking on to Carson Griffin on the post route, and tremendous defense there by the defensive backfield of the Niceville Eagles.
I know that play is designed for Carson Griffin to run the post, and obviously you can't just call an audible mid-play, but man, if Carson Griffin was able to break to the outside there, get that one-on-one opportunity to corner the end zone. Still, I don't hate the play call. I don't hate attacking right there. You got to attack after a big play like that.
Especially a big turnover like that, and you're in a big-time rivalry game, and kind of a chance to really steal that momentum or drive forward with that momentum. Jamarcus Halstead at the top of your screen. Carson Griffin down here at the bottom. Sammy Chisholm bounces left, returns right. He's around to the outside and brought down by the Eagles defense, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 or 9 here, about 9, so a very small gain there on second down for Chisholm, running to the right side of the line.
Niceville defense kind of ready for it here. They know they have to make a big play. This game can slip away right here. Obviously a lot of time left, and as we've seen, no lead is safe in this stadium. Mosley had a pretty sizable lead here a few years ago when we were here back in 2022 with some dogs on that roster, by the way. Randy Pittman Jr., Cam Keys, Isaac Paul, all playing Division I college football right now.
Fletcher Taylor's in motion from the left to the right. JP Holstenbach's going to find Carson Griffin on the slant route, and this will be close. I do believe it'll be a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down, and it is inside the 10 here to bring up 1st and goal. 16-13 with 4.5 remaining in the Price & Sons fencing second quarter.
What do you do when you need a big play on 3rd down? You find your best receiver, Carson Griffin. A strike, a great catch, got just enough yardage.
19 receptions, 291 yards, 4 reception touchdowns coming into the game for Carson Griffin. JP's looking his way again on the fade route, and number 2, Justice Donahue, goes up to make a great defensive play.
Both guys looking for the ball there. A little bit of contact. I like the no call.
Let them play, let them play, let them play. 16-13, the Dolphins lead the Eagles here. 2nd and 10 from the Eagles' 10-yard line. Ball on the far side of the field here.
I'm going to get windburn tonight.
JP Holstenbach's got 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. One of those being running back Sammy Chisholm, the furthest most outside. Inside of him, Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor, and they all motion to the left side of the field. Sammy Chisholm in the backfield. They're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm, and brought down in the backfield. Great defensive play by number 22, Clay Nelson, for the Eagles.
They had it read from the beginning. And again, man, sometimes I wish it was there for JP to just kind of pull that thing back in and take it himself.
Third.
You obviously understand why it's not. I mean, he's a great drop back quarterback. Incredible. I mean, probably the best arm that we've seen. But man, wish they had that other option right there.
2 receivers out to either side of the offensive line, but we are going to get a timeout with 3.5 left to play here in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. Mosley leads 16-13. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Three and a half remaining from Eagle Stadium in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. Give Zach Price a call at 850-276-0141. Their fences stand the test of time. Mosley offense coming out for a 3rd and goal from the Eagles' 15-yard line. They've got 3 receivers out to the top of your screen, and on the bottom or the left of the offensive line, Adam Land and Carson Griffin land in motion from the left to the right. Snaps a little high. JP's got get rid of it. Fletcher Taylor felt like there was an intended receiver, that he wasn't the intended receiver, put his hands out, and the ball falls incomplete. And that should bring out Maverick Wright
Fletch
and the field goal team.
Man, I think he may have had the space. A great play call. Just, man, oh, man.
He might have had the space to get a little closer to make you have a decision here. I don't know if he's getting him from catching that ball from the 10-yard line.
Breakaway speed, though, man.
100%. We'll never disagree there. Maverick Wright off for the field goal attempt. That is curving back inside, and it is from the golden toe. That is a 35-yard field goal, I believe. Maverick Wright and JP Olsenbach celebrating there, and the Dolphins take a 19-13 lead with 3:20 left to play here in the second quarter.
We got to give a shout out to Brad Stevens watching, showing us some love as always. Got to give our shouts out, of course, to our friends over here with the Mosley Touchdown Club: Jason Land, Frank Wright, Leanne Fleming, Robert Fleming, always watching our backs, always showing us some love. And thank you to everybody that's come up and shown us some love tonight. Good to see everybody here.
Yeah, a lot of people out here tonight on both sides. Obviously, Niceville packing this place out. Mosley always travels as well. And this is a heck of a football game, or at least what we've known it to be for the last 4 years, Kyle. I know that the history predates us, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But this game has been wild each and every time we've been a part of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it just seems like it gets a little bit better every year, and you just never know what you're going to see in this kind of game. So keep the energy up, man. Keep that intensity going.
19-13, Maverick Wright responsible for 2 field goals tonight, and he will boot that into the end zone for a touchback. 19-13, 3:20 on the game clock here in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. Kyle, what do you want to see from the Mosley defense to try to take this lead or preserve this lead as we get closer to the half?
I mean, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing, honestly. Just be ready. You know, just keep your guy in front of you. Don't fall for any trickery. They're not. I mean, Niceville, they still got 2 timeouts or 1 timeout here. I mean, they got plenty of time to drive the field. They don't have to rush it. So just kind of keep doing what you're doing. Stay on your game plan.
Deegan McCoy, the quarterback's got his running back behind him by 1.5 yards or so. 2 wide receivers to the right. Gilliard makes a move to the left side of the offensive line. Will cut back up towards the middle of the field and will go down just north of the 25-yard line, bringing up 2nd and short.
I think somebody in the stands over there has a whistle or something.
I've been hearing that almost every time the ball snapped. I'm like, wait, was that a whistle? Deegan McCoy fumbles the snap. Fletcher Taylor's in on the action, and Deegan, the quarterback, will recover the fumble.
I didn't know if that was tinnitus or if I was actually hearing a whistle over there. I was trying to ignore it for a minute, but no, okay, it's actually happening. I'm glad that you agreed with me.
So it went from 2nd and 2 here to about 3rd and 8 after the fumbled snap by the quarterback. 19-13 as we approach the half. 2 wide receivers here on the bottom of your screen. Robert Oliver, number 1 at the very bottom. Inside of him is number 5. And Deacons, look at that wave right into the hands of Fletcher Taylor. And Fletcher Taylor goes up and grabs it. And Mosley will have an opportunity to take another drive inside of this Eagles territory to start.
Hey, we've seen Fletcher Taylor miss a few big opportunities tonight. He said, not missing another one. That ball was up in the air. He went up and snagged it. Great play from the big man on defense. And Mosley, this is a big opportunity here, man. You can take a 2-possession lead into the half. That would be great.
Yeah, you can also take as much time off of the clock as you want here. I think you mentioned that the Eagles only have 1 timeout left. 2:19 left to play in the Price & Sons fencing second quarter. Mosley leading by 6. Sammy Chisholm to the right, a Holston back. Carson Griffin in motion. A delay handoff to Sammy Chisholm. Escapes a tackle, and he will work away to the outside and will go out of bounds. Just shy of getting into the end zone, I think.
Yeah, I think he went out right around the 2-yard line. Jeffrey doing his best there on the camera, but we're right here behind the stands. So when the fans stand up hyped up, we're going to miss some stuff tonight. So bear with us on that. But, man, what an incredible run. Sammy Chisholm, once he gets a little bit of space, once again, goodbye.
JP's got Sammy to his left. They are going to give it to him again.
Why not?
He's going to sneak right up the middle. And number 4, Sammy Chisholm, will waltz into the end zone for his 15th rushing touchdown.
We got the confetti.
That day.
You owe us $100. I'm just kidding.
Touchdown for the Dolphins. It is 25-13, 2:10. Shows on the scoreboard left of the Price & Sons fencing second quarter. Maverick Wright on to attempt the extra point. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good.
Wow.
Change of events. 2 big turnovers early for Niceville, or Mosley turnovers for Niceville has turned into points, and now Mosley being the beneficiary of the turnovers provided by the Eagles offense.
Mistakes and taking advantage of said mistakes. That has been the story of the first half here in Niceville, Florida tonight. Both defenses have pretty much been up to the task. The Mosley offense has been just a little bit better here so far in the first 24.
Beautiful Thursday night live from Eagle Stadium. This is Mosley Football Live powered by PCB Hobby. The score is 26-13. Mosley leading by 13 with an opportunity to clinch their district.
We had the confetti popping. I think they accidentally popped it for the wrong team. That's why I messed with them. You owe us $100.
Ball teed up at the middle of the 40-yard line. Maverick Wright making his steps. Will be kicking from the right to the left, and the wind is at his back. The Golden Toe approaching the ball, and the wind will cause the ball to fall. Let's try this again.
It is certainly windy. I will tell you that. I would say maybe because of where the stadium is located. It's weird, though. It's almost blowing out towards the Gulf. The storms today were moving north to south, should say.
So you've been hanging out with Tyler Spalding or something, huh?
I have been. Shout out to the weatherman.
Ball teed up at the 40. Maverick Wright and the Golden Toe approaching. And he will boot it. It's got a little awkward left to right upward spiral. Fielded inside of the end zone. And that will be a touchback. The latest touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. I feel like I've missed that. And you know what? You've missed 3 times tonight, Kyle.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go. Let me hear that dolphin sing. 26-13 is the score, and the Eagles will work from the left side of their field towards the right.
I feel like people probably listen to this sometimes and they try to figure out what the heck we're doing half the time, but I got to tell you, for those folks, we're also doing the same thing.
Deacon McCoy, the quarterback, is going to hand it off to Gilliard. He looks towards the left side of the field following his blockers. He will get near the 25-yard line to about split the sticks on first down.
Get on your toes here. Make that substitution quick. You kind of expect Niceville to try to move the ball rather quickly here.
Underneath 2 minutes left to play in the Price and Sons fencing second quarter. I believe that's Kingston Dawson coming off number 34 for your Mosley Dolphins. They're going to give it to Gilliard. He's going to go right up the middle. Wyatt Fleming wraps him up, and it'll be a close call here on second down.
All of a sudden, 2 timeouts back up on the board.
Third and short is what they're calling it. Third and short here. We will get a first down, actually.
Okay.
Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, first down for the Niceville Eagles. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Underneath a minute and a half, and the score is 26-13.
Clock is running here.
Running back to the right of Deacon McCoy. He's got 3 wide receivers bunched up over there at the left of the offensive line, and Robert Oliver at the bottom of your screen. They're looking for him. He finds him on the comeback route, and the ball hits the turf.
Great play right there by Demetrius Gillis,
who has been playing a lot better cornerback as the season has progressed. Number 21, Demetrius Gillis.
We've seen them just kind of, him and Christian Brown. Again, we kind of had some woes in the secondary early on in the season, but man, they have been up to the task here recently.
From the 30-yard line, ball on the far side of the field. Robert Oliver will be in the slot at the top of your screen. 3 receivers here for Niceville. Confused. They were moving around. How no flag float? Now we've got a flag that flies. And at the top of your screen, battling for field position, but brought down.
I almost wonder, depending on where this flag takes them.
The flag will take them back 5 yards because no one was set down here, so it'll be an illegal formation or an illegal shift, depending on how they want to end up calling it. But there was no one set down here for your 3 wide receivers.
What I was getting at there is watch this play, and Coach Whitten with 2 timeouts may want to think about.
So they called it an illegal shift.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here on this second down. And if you make a stop, I think you think about burning one of those timeouts, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. Absolutely. Anytime, any opportunity to conserve a little bit of time and maybe put another 3 points even on the board. I'm taking as much as I can get here. Deacon McCoy in shotguns. Now got Gilliard in motion from the right to the left. Oh, and Cole Archambault jumps up to bat that ball down at the line, doing his best impersonation of Max Crosby in a John Gruden-led practice.
And I'm going to be honest with you, that was probably best case scenario because I think Demetrius Gillis was waiting for that thing to come right there into his stomach. Take that thing the other way. And you know what the best part about that is? Third down, and you didn't have to burn a timeout.
Third and long. Niceville in shotgun, empty backfield. Deegan's looking towards the middle of the field. He's going to throw it over the middle, and that pass will be incomplete. Talon Moore, Carson Griffin.
Don't taunt.
Come together.
Okay, there we go, man.
To make a good play.
Incredible play by Talon Moore, but
4th and 15. 44 seconds remain here in the Price and Sons fencing second quarter, 26-13. Getting ready for the bands at the half.
I know it's usually sharks that smell blood in the water, but get a little aggressive dolphin nature here. And I think they want to return this because they got Carson Griffin coming back to set a block. Well,
they might do a little trickeration there. Talon Moore waves for the fair catch. And it will be fielded inside the 45.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an opportunity here for the Dolphins, leading 26-13 with 37 seconds left and favorable starting field position. How many do we know how many timeouts they have? because those numbers that we've been looking at, that is first down. That's the down on the far left and the quarter on the on the far right. Those are timeouts.
Okay, well, never mind. I believe Mosley still has 2 timeouts.
Here comes that Mosley offense led by J.P. Holzenbach.
What does that say about me that I'm not smart enough to put that 2 and 2 together? Well, they went from 1 timeout to 2 to 1.
Jamarcus Halstead at the top of your screen. Carson Griffin at the bottom. Fletcher Taylor in the slot. Sammy Chisholm bounces out, bounces back in. They're going to look for Jamarcus Halstead. He makes the grab. Was he in bounds? He was. That is a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. 31 seconds on the clock after the reception by Halstead.
That was close. Not 100% sure he knew where he was on the field there for a second.
26-13, Mosley back to the line of scrimmage. Sammy Chisholm has no one on him at the bottom of your screen. Carson Griffin inside of him. Fletcher Taylor in the slot. Looking to the right side of the field. He's going to find Adam Land. Adam Land puts his shoulder down. He'll go inside the 30, out of bounds around the 25-yard line. 26 seconds remain on the game clock as we inch towards the half.
I think if they keep this bunch, or if they keep this trips down here, which they're going to, I think you're lining up a situation where we could get Carson Griffin one-on-one, breaking to the back of the end zone.
Adam Land and Carson Griffin, or Adam Land and Jamarcus at the top. He's looking top again. Batted down on a very athletic play from the defensive end. That is Clay Nelson. Called his name once already tonight. Great play from him.
Man, that could have been a disaster.
26-13, 23 seconds remain here. It's going to be 3rd and short from about the 20-yard line. Mosley needs to get it to, looks like, the 12-yard line. The offense looking at the offensive coordinator, Sean Maddox. Coach Tommy Joe Whitten looks at the official, asking him to reset the play clock. 2 wide receivers up top. JP looks back over at the coaching staff. Sammy Chisholm on the left.
Got him one-on-one.
He grabs the snaps, going to throw it again to Adam Land on the out route. Adam Land goes out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be another Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. Clock stops with 18 seconds.
I think I'm looking at the situation here.
I bet he's going over to Jamarcus Halstead right now and giving him an option route. If you get this look, we're going with that route. If you get this look, we're going with this route.
Yep. And, once again, you got Carson Griffin on an island here, one-on-one.
18 seconds from the 15-yard line. Jamarcus Halstead and Adam Land at the top of your screen. Fletcher Taylor and Carson Griffin at the bottom. Halstead in motion from the right to the left, and we're going to get a timeout and a little extra time to think about it.
Oh, Coach does not like having to use a timeout right there.
Here for the Mosley Dolphins. 18 seconds left to play. 26-13. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. All right, it is a 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Time being the bigger concern here. 18 seconds as we approach the half in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. It's 26-13. Ball at the 15-yard line. On the far side of the field, 2 wide receivers on either side of the offensive line. Halstead in motion. From the right to the left, JP steps up in the pocket looking for Adam Land, and we were just hoping that the official would have tossed it back to Adam Land, but he does no such thing, and the pass falls harmlessly to the ground.
I kind of like the idea there. You got Adam Land, your Division I Mississippi State commit, one-on-one there on the outside. Throw it to the back shoulder. It's either he catches it or nobody does, unfortunately for Mosley. Came up with the nobody does situation.
2nd and 10, 14 seconds left to play in the half. JP Holson back in the empty backfield. Jamarcus Halstead, Adam Land up top. Carson Griffin is being pressed down at the bottom of your screen, makes a double move. Adam Land on the slants, got a man on his back, fights for more yards, will go down near the 5, 8 seconds and counting, and it looks like we'll try to get one more play off here. Why is the clock not already rolling? But we will.
Must not have any timeouts. Okay.
So this will make it 3rd down, I believe. And field goal unit coming on here. The play clock at 40 seconds and winding down. 5 seconds left to go on the game clock. 26-13, Maverick Wright. 2 for 2 to this point of the evening on field goals. Has missed an extra point.
Come on, Mav.
Snap was a little low, but that kick is drilled right through the uprights. And Mosley will take a 16-point lead, 29-13 into the half. We're going to get you guys to the band, so just hang out with us here. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Hey, Frank.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2025 edition of the Mosley High School South and Southland Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Michael Sherman and Lucy Alvarez, and the leadership band president Andrew Dominguez and vice presidents Dave Ratto and TJ Yarnell. The band is under the direction of Douglas Thomas, with assistant directors Terry Davis, Sarah Sheffield, and Dan Moreno. Percussion instructor Colin Davidson, color guard coordinators Kristen Meadows, and color guard coach Brian Torres. Tonight, the band will perform their show entitled The Portrait Beyond, including Swan on Tim Bagley, Bobby Yalek from Pictures and an Exhibition, 7 Images Road, Separate Ways, and Earth Song by Michael Jackson.
Hey, bro, it's been great so far, but gotta keep. Remember a couple years ago, we took the foot off the gas. So you gotta keep it on. You gotta keep it on.
Drum majors, is the band ready? You may begin your performance.
turned it all the way. I turned it all the way up right here. So just make it go back to 35 when it's done.
I'll do it. You're good. No, I'll do it.
It's not a big deal. I can do this for next week and then.
ladies and gentlemen, the sound of the Southern Marching Band.
That's something. You look familiar. I went to Arnold. That's the way we know each other, right?
Usually the one out in front of Target shaking the It's that girl. Heck no.
And that's where the familiarity comes from. Well, we've been running ads like, don't go to Target, you might see this guy. Yes, sir.
Said Jeff. Okay, so what, your last name? Nasso. M-A-S-S-O? Okay. Jeff Nasso.
We get another field goal. I like that, man. We love it when it gets to come out to that. You know, a little win.
This don't get bigger than this. You guys do this free time?
Yeah, this is essentially our free time. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we get, like for road games, we get off a little. They let us off a little early. I work at PCB Hobby, which is a card shop. Yes, sir. And then he works at Noble Public Adjustment. So he's a bad guy. Works for the insurance.
Actually,
Yeah.
the love guy.
Yeah, the love guy. Yeah. I just like to make it look better whenever I can because it's so beautiful, you know. So
It's gorgeous.
So yeah, mostly the Mosley Touchdown Club, and then we're bringing advertisements as well. So a little partnership. Yes, sir. Oh, well, I mean...
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Principal Charlie Morello and Superintendent Martin Chambers, please welcome to the field your Niceville High School Eagle Pride. The Eagle Pride is proud to present their 2025 halftime show called Bringing the Fun, featuring the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. First up, a well-known song called Let Your Fear Show by the Cranks. Please give it up for Niceville High School Eagle Pride.
Yes, sir. We're glad to be able to provide that.
song from 1979 that spent time at number 2 on the Billboard charts. This is After the Love Has Gone. Boogie Wonderland.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop.
And now I'm over the light.
We love you, Mosley football live! Jeffrey G, we love you!
University of Alabama. God is good.
I bleed crimson. I bleed crimson.
Now let's move to the next game. Players, coaches, cheerleaders. This is the Niceville Fight Song. The Eagle Prize under the field director drum major, Jackson Olsen, Leo Sherman, Harry Hansen, 41. The coordinator is Secretary of Joint Coordinator, it is Ron Coleman, Public Environment and Farm. The Eagle Prize under the direction of Matt Rory, Jackson Hansen, and guys who can't give it up, give it up one more time. For the Niceville High School Eagle Prize.
What's been hot? What's been cold? What's been yet? What's been in? What's been out?
Run it back.
We are live for the second half here. Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club. Visit us at PCB Hobby, 11939 Bag Beach, next to Florida Linens. Give us a holler, 850-320-8388. Yes, we do buy cards as well. Bring your collections up there and let us check them out. We sell fun, coins, comics, sports cards, TCGs. We do it in store at 11939 Bag Beach, next to Florida Linens, or also on eBay Live. I personally stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. I'm David Hazel along with Kyle Wright. And your Dolphins lead 29-13. Live here in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter, and the Golden Toe puts that Golden Toe to the ball end over end and returned for a touchback.
Ooh, almost caught Dave sleeping with the hot mic there at the beginning of the third quarter. My apologies, Dave. I just saw the boys lining up and almost Tom Burnham you there.
I was getting ready to do one of my best goal calls, like we were playing some soccer.
And there's a drive to deep left by Nick Castellanos. All right.
That's about like the Reds' exit of the playoffs. But that's neither here nor there. We're playing high school football.
I feel like we put up a better fight than the Phillies.
29-13. 29-13 is the score here. KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. We're going to get to what's been hot, what's been cold. The Eagles offense starts off with the ball to get the second half underway. Deegan McCoy, the quarterback, he's got number 5 in motion. They fake to Gilliard, looking over the middle of the field. That pass will be too deep. Demetris Gillis in coverage.
I like the plan of attack there from Niceville. Come out of the locker room, take a big shot downfield to open up the second half.
What's been hot, what's been cold since we're here in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter?
What's been yes, what's been no, what's been up and down, in and out. I mean, shout out Katy Perry. May have mixed that up again. I mean, obviously, offensive execution has been the cold thing tonight. And what's been hot? offensive execution. It's been weird, man. What a tale of two games for both of these teams so far.
Joseph Chima, big number 75, Big Cheem, recently got an offer from Colbert Southern, I believe, and he's in on the tackle, which will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Eagles offense.
Now, to be real, what's been hot for the Mosley team tonight is this defense, man. They have been up to the task. Once again, Niceville's only scored twice, one of them on a pick six and the other one on another interception made by the Mosley, thrown by the Mosley quarterback that gave them a 1st and goal. And other than that, this Mosley defense has not broken.
McCoy in the backfield all alone, looking for Gilliard down the sideline on the wheel route. He's across the 30, and he's got one man to beat. Stays on his feet into the end zone. Aggers tried to bring him down, but a big touchdown reception there from Gilliard to make it 29-19, pending the extra point. That touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development.
My bad.
Did you hit the dolphin noise?
No, but I literally just, I kind of did the announcer jinx right there on the Mosley defense. I mean, that's a great play call. Great execution. Wheel route, nobody was ready for it. Unable to bring them down when it mattered.
11:03 remains in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. And number 47, Cameron Pearson, on for the extra point attempt. Number 15 on to hold. The snap's a little low. The holder gets it up, but that kick, will stay within the uprights. It is up. It is good. The score, 29-20. 11:03 remaining in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. Call them at 850-238-5414. No job too big or too small. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. After the touchdown, 9-point game here from beautiful Niceville, Florida. The Eagles setting up to kick it back to the Dolphins for their first offensive possession here of the second half.
Well, that was we saw a couple years ago, Dave, Mosley took a pretty sizable lead in the halftime, and Niceville came out in the second half and slapped them in the mouth. And if you're Mosley, you got to know that's a possibility, and you got to play 4 quarters of football.
Line drive straight to Wyatt Fleming. This time scoops past him. Will Arboleta's going to pick it up. He's got room on the right side of the field. Stiff arm into number 3. And Jaden, who got the scoring started for the Eagles tonight via pick 6, tackles Arboleta, slinging him down as he crosses the 20.
That's that kind of thing. Well,
bite me custom treat penalty in?
I believe that, the PA announcer mentioned a flag, but I don't see one on the field.
See the Mosley sideline pointing towards the Niceville side of the field. The white hat walks towards the 20-yard line. I don't think we have anything happening here.
Okay. I'm going to say I didn't see any laundry. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there must have been.
They are marching forward, which would signify a personal foul as they're walking all the way to the 35-yard line. That will be a personal foul, maybe a little extracurricular activity.
All right, for the Mosley offense, this has got to be a cleaner half. Obviously, you did really well at the end there, the first half, but you want to keep that going, man. You want to clean up some mistakes that you made.
3 wide receivers out to the right, but then they shift in. Adam Land and Carson Griffin to the left. Give to Sammy Chisholm. He follows Carson Griffin and will go down after he crosses the 35-yard line. No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10.
Looked like maybe a little bit of confusion there by the Mosley offense. Really only 2 guys moving.
Just underway here in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. No job too big or too small. Sammy Chisholm on the left. of the quarterback. JP's going to sling
great
it out
block.
to Fletcher Taylor. Fletcher Taylor puts his head down. He'll get to the line to gain for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. And the previous Niceville touchdown, again, want to give credit to Beach House Sales and Development for the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, number 16 on the Niceville defense is seeing flying eagles around his head right now. Adam Lamb with a big block. And big Fletcher Taylor makes the catch and uses that strength to churn for that extra yardage.
Just across the 45-yard line, the Dolphins offense sets up with two wide receivers out right. JP Holzenbeck's going to fight Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin's got room. He's across the 30. He'll go out of bounds. A flag lies at the 45-yard line. Brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats.
Yeah, I got upset about the Jamarcus Halstead holding call earlier, but this one's going to this is a good call. Man, I don't feel like it was even necessary.
That backs them up about 5 yards. Actually, they're going to continue to walk backwards here.
Man, that's like a 40-yard swing right there. Goodness. You just kind of feel like it was an unnecessary hold, too.
That takes them back into Dolphins territory to placing the ball on the far side of the field in between the 35 and the 36-yard line. It'll be first and about 20 from there.
Right back to that original line of scrimmage from earlier. It's a long way.
29-20 the score. 9:45 remains in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers shift from the far side to the near side. Sammy Chisholm in the backfield. Halstead in motion. Give to Sammy Chisholm. Hole opens up. He reverses back to the middle and will get across the 45 near the original line of scrimmage here.
Great job right there. A lot of motion pre-snap. Keep that Niceville defense on their toes, on their heels. Like we said earlier, don't let the claws dig in.
2nd and 11 for the Dolphins offense. 29-20. Approaching the 9-minute mark in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. Sammy Chisholm on the left, bounces out. He'll run back. JP looking right all the way. Batted down at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd and 10.
Oh, boy. You just feel some life getting back into this stadium right now.
Carson Griffin comes back onto the field. Henson Holden walks to the sideline. Maverick Wright over here, 3 for 3 tonight, practicing his field goal opportunities. Highly doubt if they don't get it here that we'll be looking for a field goal from the opposite 45. JP in the backfield by his lonesome. Looking to the right the whole time, gonna throw it up. He's overshot his receiver, Jamarcus Halstead. That'll fall incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the offense, but there's a Bite Me Custom Treats deep in the backfield. I'm thinking we've got to roughen the passer.
Oh, and if you're Niceville, you are gonna hate to see what's about to happen here. That is a mental mistake on a big stop, if it is what we think it is.
Can we get GH to show us the replay?
Which JP getting up off the ground a little shaken up, and that's what it's going to be. Oh, my goodness.
Those are those penalties that swing momentum
to
such a high degree.
Some would say those are the penalties that might come back to bite me.
Penalty brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats. Go visit their website, bitemecustomtreats.com. Carson Griffin at the bottom of your screen. The slot receiver there is Fletcher Taylor. Jamarcus Halstead is in motion from the right to the left. They give it to Sammy Chisholm. He is patiently running towards the middle of the field. Spun down across the 35. Thought he was still up. I felt like there was enough there to go ahead and call him down once we hear the whistle. The play is blown down. 29-20 underneath 9 minutes to play.
Like the effort, though. Didn't hear a whistle. You keep rolling. Keep playing.
2nd down from the 35. Dolphins offense looking over at the coaching staff. Coach Tommy Joe Whitten and Coach Sean Maddox. Jamarcus Halstead wide out to the right. You got Carson Griffin, Adam Land, and Fletcher Taylor on the bottom of your screen. Sammy Chisholm bounces out, bounces back in. Fletcher Taylor on a screen. Adam Land blocks in front of him. That'll be good enough for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
In order to execute screens the way Mosley does, you got to just have guys that are unselfish on the outside, guys that are able to pick up those blocks and willing to do so. It's team ball. It really is. I love to see it.
JP Holstenbach directing traffic for the Dolphins offense. 2 wide receivers at the top of the offensive line. Henson Holden now in motion from the left to the right. They're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm. Bounces out, tries to put a stiff arm into a man, but a great tackle made by the defense of Niceville, led by number 4, Noah Raines.
Niceville's defense has really tightened up once they've gotten into their, had their backs against the wall. Mosley's had to settle for field goals a few times in this game. Obviously one there at the end of the half, so I don't know if you really want to count that one or not. I'll leave that up to decisions, but, I mean, 2 more.
Play clock underneath 20 seconds, game clock underneath 7.5. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen, now underneath 10 seconds. Empty backfield for JP. Pressure comes from Niceville. Stutter step, completion almost made to Carson Griffin. Number 8, Harper Campbell on the defense for Niceville, bringing up a 3rd and long for the Dolphins.
Another one of those weird plays there. It kind of just seemed like maybe some confusion. Not 100% sure.
Well, I think JP's used to having a back in the backfield with him to pick up that extra blitzer if they are bringing one. I don't know if he had called for that, but Niceville brought the pressure. Maybe that had a little something to do with it because you did see some happy feet in the pocket there. 2 wide receivers up top, Adam Land and Jamarcus Halstead. JP looking left the whole way, and he's got Fletcher Taylor, who at the last second sees the ball, and that will fall incomplete. From right here, Kyle, this would be a 25, 35, about a 45-yard field goal?
Yeah, this is the Frank Wright came up to us during the half and said that that's what he wants, and that's what we're going to get.
Here we go. The wind is at his back.
He did hit a 50-yarder in the pre-games.
It would have been good. Well, I don't know about the pregame kicks, but we do know his long this year is, 41? Would have been good from about 50, I say. Here we go. From the 34, Maverick Wright, the kick is up.
Wide left.
And it is no good on the field goal try, making him 3 for 4 on the evening. 29-20 is your score. The fact that we've attempted 4 field goals tonight is a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely atypical, I would say. Man, that's a big stop for the Niceville defense, and golly, man, you just hope that this doesn't turn into one of those situations that we've seen in the past. Got to keep your foot on the gas here.
7:13 remains in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. 850-238-5414. Number 5 in motion from the bottom of your screen to the top. And the quarterback Deegan spins around and will hand it off to Gilliard, who gets across the 25-yard line.
You kind of feel the life once again resurging into this place. Into that Niceville sideline. Got a little bolt of energy. You got a big score coming out of half. You got a big stop. It's all on you right now.
From the 26-yard line, underneath 7 minutes to play in the third. It is 2nd and 4. Niceville's got 3 receivers at the right of the line. Deegans grabs the low snap. He's going to roll out to the right. There's no spy on him. He pump fakes, and he'll get out of bounds across the 35-yard line after a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. Coach Whitten complaining a little bit there about the lack of a holding call there, and simultaneously makes a great duck to stay out of the way of the ball lofted over his head.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Mike Tirico call on the Josh Allen pass to the stands the other day.
We are going to get a timeout on the field. That's brought to you by Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. I believe this is the state-mandated water break. Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Give Matt Simmons a call, 850-896-4156. He specializes in the complete year-round lawn care of homes and businesses. This is Mosley Football Live. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright, powered by PCB Hobby, and we've got a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs here for Niceville as they travel from the left side of the field to the right as we see it. From the 37-yard line on the hash mark nearest to us, Deegan McCoy, the quarterback, sophomore in the backfield all alone. 3 wide receivers trip to the right of the line, fake the screen, play breaks down, and 3 to 4 Dolphins pull together to bring the quarterback down on the designed run play.
Maybe a little bit of a broken play. I like you said, I do think it was designed, just not 100% sure it was supposed to be that rushed. Mosley forces the pressure and forces the mistiming on that.
2nd and 10.
I can do words.
Deegan McCoy, the sophomore, stands at 6'2", 190. Another empty backfield situation. Mosley playing off the ball a little bit. He looks to the left side of the field, scans, throws up to an open receiver, number 5, in on the stop for the Mosley Dolphins defense, Kane Colbert.
Oh, we got a hurt ref.
Oh, that is something you hate to see these guys, giving their time to these youngins. We will pause. You're tuned into Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. The official is fine, and we press forward. From the 48, Niceville in their own territory. 5:38 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Niceville trails Mosley by 9, and Deegan steps up in the pocket, crosses midfield, and he will pick up a nice gain on 1st down to make it 2nd and about 6.
Mosley defense seems to be getting a little bit tired. Can't laugh, man. You just got to keep the emotion in check here.
2nd down. 2 wide receivers down here to the right. Deegan, the
that's a
quarterback,
hold
rolls
for sure.
out to the right.
There we go.
Bite Me Custom Treats penalty flag does fly. Robert Oliver, the intended receiver, makes the grab. And we've got Carson Griffin, I believe, slow to get up, but he's right back on his feet. We'll await the call for the Bite Me Custom Treats flag.
I mean, Cole Archambault's lucky to still have a jersey on after that hold. I'm very happy to see that flag come out. My goodness.
That will back them up 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage there, making it about 2nd and 16 or so. 5:01 here to play. Niceville, Florida. The wind is blowing, and we've got a good one on our hands. District title on the line for the Dolphins. Niceville ball, 2nd and 16. Need to get the ball back inside of the Dolphins territory. Deegan McCoy's got Gilliard, the running back, on his left. 3 wide receivers to the right. They roll, look right. They're going to slip screen it back to the running back. Cole Archambault in pursuit, and he will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd and about 6.5.
Well executed screen. Can't really do much about it if you're not ready for it.
Niceville.
And that kind of opens the playbook up. Sorry, Dave, go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. Niceville back on the ball, moving with some tempo here. 3rd and need about 5 or 6 to get a 1st down. Under 4.5 to play. Fletcher Taylor's going to bring some pressure. He throws it to the left side of the field, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Robert Oliver. And that'll bring up 4th down and a decision for the head coach, Richard Morgan.
Oh, man, this is a tough decision to make, too. But I'll tell you right now, in this game, in this moment, I've watched my defense have some good stands. I think there's no way I'm booting this ball.
Adam Land comes off. Demetris Gillis comes on. 4th and 5. 4:13 in the 4th. 15 seconds on the play clock.
I'd watch that screen again here.
3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Cowbells are ringing, and the catch is made at the top of your screen across the 40 for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
Sometimes when you're going really fast and you take your foot off the gas for a second, it's hard to speed back up.
Empty backfield for the Eagles across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Under 4 to play. The snap a little low. They throw the slant route. Robert Oliver puts his hands up, makes a grab. He'll cross the 30-yard line, getting close to another first down. It is a first down provided by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
That's a tough catch right there. He took a big pop from Wyatt Fleming.
Wyatt Fleming is a tackle monster as well coming into this game. Wyatt with 61 total tackles. Deegan's going to keep it, runs to the north of the field or to the top of your screen. Will go down inside the 25, bringing up 2nd down here. Clock is counting down underneath 3:15 in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. No job too big or small. Deegan rolls to the right, looks back to the left. Gilliard on the screen. Thought we had it snuffed out, but the Dolphins still managed to keep a minimal gain there for Gilliard on the slip screen. Good execution, but I would say a better defensive patience showing by the Dolphins defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of, I'd say well executed on both sides. I would still give the slight advantage to Niceville on that because I do feel like Mosley had an opportunity to make a big play right there.
Inside the 25-yard line, Deegan pump fake, steps in out the pocket, rolls out to the right, has a man open. Fletcher Taylor tries to make the...
My God, what are we doing?
Into the end zone.
This is,
Number 5. Terry Geiger in for the Beach House Sales and Development touchdown to make this a 3-point game, pending the extra point off of the toe of Cameron Pearson. And we do have an injured Dolphin. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are back. 29-26, Niceville on to attempt the extra point. Cameron Pearson is the kicker, the sophomore. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. And we have a 29-27 ball game in Niceville, Florida. Mosley leads with 2:17 remaining in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. I love this rivalry.
Absolutely. How can you not? How can you not? But for Mosley here, we'll talk here in a minute.
We can talk now. That's why they give us microphones.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, for Mosley here, you got to make a decision, man. Are you here to play 2 quarters or are you here to play 4 quarters of football?
I also think that Niceville is a team, much like what we've seen from Mosley in the past here in this rivalry, but it doesn't matter what the record is. This team came to fight. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the score is. We might be down. They might have been down 16 at the half, but they came to play. And for me, anyways, calling these games, it does not get any better than this.
These are the ones that are fun to do, man. I mean, the 64-15s are. They're fun if you like a lot of action, right? If you like to to hit the dolphin emoji 55 times in a game. It's fun. But these are the games that make this a lot of fun. But, man, it is stressful having stake in the game.
Ball teed up at the middle of the 40. It'll knuckle its way down the field. Looks like it'll be picked up by, I think, number 24 is, and the pile continues to move across the 35, near the 40, and will continue to go across the 40-yard line, and that was Caleb Capps. I've heard a lot of good things about that man, Caleb Capps, carrying the pile across the 40-yard line for the Dolphins' next offensive possession.
You got to get your head back in the game right here on offense. This ball has to go in the end zone, Dave. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And unfortunately, going to start this drive with their best receiver kind of on the sideline. Carson Griffin, the player that got banged up on that last defensive possession.
Jamarcus Halstead up top. Inside of him is Henson Holden, Sammy Chisholm, the running back, and Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor on the bottom of your screen. Sammy Chisholm is going to bust up the gut on the right side of the offensive line. We'll take it across midfield, and that'll be good for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. And for the previous Niceville touchdown, that brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. They are the Gulf's premier real estate group. Mosley regroups here, 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Henson Holden at the bottom of your screen. Sammy Chisholm on the left. JP grabs a snap, feeds it to Sammy. Sammy battles his way across the 45.
I mean, if I'm Mosley here, I would challenge him to stop Sammy. And I like the change of pace here with Will Arboleta coming in. I would challenge them to make a stop in the run game.
2nd down, about 5 to go. 1:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Brought to you by Kale Skaggs Heating and Air. 2-point lead for the Dolphins, 29-27. JP claps, grabs the snaps, gonna give it straight up the gut. They go with Arboleta. Will you betta? Arboleta picks up the Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
Once again, keep them legs churning, keep the ball on the ground. You keep the clock running too. You don't want to play conservative, you want to play passive-aggressive, right? That's what we always say.
Underneath a minute left to play in the 3rd. 2-point lead for the Dolphins. 20 seconds remain on the play clock. Arboleta comes off. Empty backfield for the Dolphins. JP Holstenback gets them set. Looks to the left side. Sammy Chisholm in and out of the hands of Sammy Chisholm on the screen.
Kind of feel like that may have been one of those like good incompletions. I think he may have lost a couple yards right there had he caught that ball. Of course, it's hard to say with Sammy Chisholm. You never know. I mean, he could also be stepping into the end zone right now, but
lightning in a bottle, no doubt, when it comes to the feet and quickness of Sammy Chisholm. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. 29-27 is the score. Underneath 30 seconds to play in the 3rd.
Carson Griffin is back into the game. Good to see.
At the bottom of your screen, at the top is Jamarcus Halstead. Heavy offensive line, tight ends on either side. JP is going to throw it to Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin puts his head down and will be brought down out of bounds after a nice pickup to shorten up the length of this upcoming 3rd down.
I know maybe it's just me here, but I think I bring Will Arboleta in. Kind of run that 2-back set.
I think I take this to the end of the 3rd quarter and watch what ends up happening. But here they go. They approach the line. The ref will keep them off, and we will end the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. It is a 2-point ball game from Niceville, Florida in Eagle Stadium. David Hayes, Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are back here at Eagle Stadium, 29-27, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is brought to you by David Hayes and Kyle Wright. That is myself and Kyle Wright. We'll tell you a little bit about our podcast throughout the duration of the fourth quarter, but first and foremost, the Dolphins have a big third down, needing to get inside the 25-yard line. JP Olsenbeck is going to keep it. They're going to throw it to Adam Land in the flat. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss to bring up fourth down here, and a big decision for Coach Tommy Joe Whidden, as we do have an injured Niceville Eagle on the turf right now. We will break away from the action. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are live from Eagle Stadium. It is a fourth down. The Dolphins offense is on the field. They need to get it to the 25-yard line. 11:43 here in the fourth quarter. Empty backfield. JP grabs the snap, has to climb the ladder, throws it up, he's got Adam Land into the end zone. What a toss for the quarterback under duress. JP Olsenbeck connected with the senior Adam Land for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the pocket poise, the presence,
to shed off the would-be sacker and to throw it up, and Adam Land just running underneath a floating touchdown pass. Kyle Wright.
Oh, dude, this is a huge extra point, by the way. This has got to go through. This has got to go through, Mav.
To make it a 9-point game, Maverick Wright is up.
There it is.
And is good. It is 36, 27, 11 and a half remain in the fourth quarter. Kyle, we know you know it all when we're talking about high school football. Explain if you want to there, and then tell us about the Florida State podcast.
I just want to get it, before we get there, big fourth down, right? Where are you going to go? It's got to go 5 or 6 yards. We got to get the first down. That's what Niceville's thinking. That's what we're thinking. That's what everybody in this place is thinking. But not Mosley. No. I love it, man. Your quarterback, your first-year starter, a sophomore. The kid has the poise. He stands in the pocket. He shuffles his feet forward, and he delivers an absolute dime to his best target. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we got a Mississippi State. We have an SEC tight end in this program, on this team, and he finds them deep, man, in an absolute dime, a beautiful pass, great catch, great execution. And hey, if you like football, if you're a Florida State fan, even if you're not, if you like to hear somebody, maybe talk a little smack about his own team, I am a Florida State fan, and I do have a Florida State podcast. It is called the Know It All Podcast. We have episodes up the Monday after each and every game. And, of course, right now, it has not been good. Title of the last episode was Time for Change with a question mark. We're pondering whether or not Mike Norvell is the guy in Tallahassee. So go check that one out. And once again, episodes up every Monday after each and every game.
Ball teed up at the middle of the 40 for Maverick Wright. That was the 5th reception touchdown of the senior season for Adam Land. Unless he caught another one earlier. I don't believe he did. Ball fielded at the 10. And he's got room on the right side of the field. The Dolphins in pursuit. He'll cross midfield. A heavy collision across the 45. Dolphins fans have their hands in the air looking for a Bite Me Custom Treats flag. They will not get one, and Niceville starts off in plus territory with 11:20 in the final quarter of action.
Man, I get that there's a lot of action going on when you got 4 guys trying to keep an eye on 22, or 5 guys trying to keep an eye on 22. But man, oh man, that was a huge block in the back miss right there, and that one that set up a huge return.
They'll start from the 44-yard line. 36-27. Mosley faithful on their feet. Niceville faithful on their feet. 3 wide receivers to the left of the offensive line. Deegan McCoy grabs a snap, looks left, looks right, goes deep, has a man, but he's just out of the outstretched arms of the intended receiver, falling incomplete.
Man, if that pass is there.
Just a little bit more touch, a little bit more air, and the momentum swingeth once again.
You know what they say sometimes? That was it was a throw, not a pass. Does that make sense? Man,
you were throwing with a pass. Sometimes you want a little bit more
bit of touch. Yeah. You hear it a lot with pitchers, right? When they don't have a lot of command, like they're throwing, they're not pitching.
There you go. Deegan McCoy looks left. He's going to look right again, looking for Jaden. He's going to scramble. He's on his horse. He will slide.
Oh, no. Whoa, no shot. My goodness.
That will bring up a Bite Me Custom Treats. Quarterback slid across the 35. Guys, any level of football that you watch, when that quarterback slides, he is ineligible to be touched any longer. That's how it goes. We're going to protect the quarterbacks. You might disagree with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pick it up, but I've seen less call or more called for less.
I mean, that's a fair take. I have seen some, but that one is abysmal. As you can hear the boo birds out, that's a pretty rough call. Pretty rough call in a big moment, but hey.
And Niceville right back on top of the ball, showing tempo here from the 20-yard line. Approaching the 11-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Provided by the podcast of Kyle Wright and David Hayes. Split wide receivers, actually 2 wide receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. Low snap, Deegan digs it up, throwing across the middle of the field. And that falls in between 3 Mosley defenders and a Niceville receiver.
I'm interested to look at the Niceville baseball roster. I bet this kid's a pitcher. Did you see the way he stepped into that pass? I mean, it's...
He's a sophomore, so you better be playing as many sports as you can. You only get 4 years of high school.
In some cases, like Jeffrey Cooper, you get 5 or 6. Get a master's diploma.
Taking that Stetson Bennett the 4th route. There we go.
Get a PhD in government and economics.
Here we go. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Deegan looks like he's about to be facing some pressure. The Mosley defense, led by Will Arboleta, points at the Niceville offensive line, and the offensive line will back up via the false start. Brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats. Shout out to Carla and Adam Goff. We appreciate you supporting Mosley Football Live. Also, did we give our shout out to the grandfather of the Golden Toe?
We did not. Shout out to Jeff Masso, who came over and said hi to us. The grandfather, we'll call him the Platinum Toe.
There we go. 2 wide receivers split out here for Deegan McCoy, the quarterback. He grabs the snap, looks left, back in the middle of the field.
Got him.
And he will be brought down by a pod of Dolphin defenders. Will Arboleta will get credit for at least half a sack.
I think it was Cole Archambault that'll get the other half.
Coming together for teamwork. If that is the case, Arboleta on the season has 4 sacks. That would be 4.5. And Archambault, who has 1 already tonight, would be sitting at 8.5, depending on what the statistics end up looking like. 10.5 left to play. 36-27, live from Eagle Stadium.
Here we go.
Empty backfield, 3rd and long. Low snap, looking left, running for his life, running to the right, in person. Oh, no.
Oh, no way.
Kane Colbert.
Yeah,
Kane Colbert on the back of the quarterback as they approach the bench. That will be a late hit. That'll be 15 free yards.
Yeah, that's a mental mistake right there. I mean, he's already on his way out of bounds. You just cannot make that tackle.
And it does to a very large extent. Like if his foot was in bounds and he makes that tackle, then that's a legal hit. However, we're in high school football. When someone's going into the bleachers like that, I don't think we'll be reversing that call anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. And the worst part about that is that's going to refresh them downs, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that should give them an automatic first down. We will await the down marker. And it will.
Okay, it's still third down. So not an automatic first, which is interesting. But they got the fourth down marker up on the sideline, but this is third down.
It is third down. Scoreboard reads fourth down here. I haven't seen from the official. I'm calling it 3rd and 6 for now. Deegan looking right, back towards the middle of the field. Arboleda, quarterback spy, high pass, and brought down by Robert Oliver. What a grab to make this game a little closer, a little more intense, to make this rivalry feel reunited. It is 36-33 pending the Niceville extra point.
That play all possible because Cole Archambault just got absolutely pancaked. I think a lot of the Mosley faithful looking for a hold right there, but once again, I think that's just a dominant play by an offensive lineman. And I mean, I would say the more inexcusable thing there is letting that receiver come down with the ball.
Cameron Pearson on for the extra point. The snap is good. It's blocked! It's blocked! And that will make this a 3-point game. Someone got their bear claw up there and knocked it down.
And here's why that's important, folks. We've seen these games come down to kicks. And we know that 2023, Mosley won the district championship on a missed field goal as time expired. And this game right now, within 3.
The drama heightens. 39-36. Again, David Hayes, Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. You can come check us out at PCB Hobby. I'll be there tomorrow from when we open at 10 a.m. until 6 on Friday and Saturday. Also, I do the Sports Republic. Lately, we've been just dropping high school episodes, so check it out, the Sports Republic. You could Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever it is, just Google it, the Sports Republic, and we interview the coaches in between or each game. Each week, interview the coaches, a player of the week. So do us a favor as well. Go follow us on Instagram, the Sports Republic _850. On Sunday, we drop a player of the week poll, and however you guys vote is who we name the player of the week. This last week, it was North Bay Haven's kicker, Tyler Bullock, who had a game-winning walk-off for the 3rd win in a row for North Bay Haven. So pretty cool stuff there. Please follow us on Instagram and follow the podcast as we're talking high school sports. The kick from right to left, end over end. Henson Holden's going to touch that, but it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
Been an awesome season over there for North Bay Haven. Especially compared to the standard that we've seen over the last couple of years. Shout out to those guys, man.
No doubt about it. 3 wins in a row for North Bay Haven and
Bay
Mosley.
County football in general right now, man. I mean, it's just, just a fun time to be doing a job like this.
We do have a Bay County clash next week at Gavlac as Arnold will host the Mosley Dolphins. But here, the Mosley Dolphins look to take as much time off the clock as they can. But I would like to quote a movie. I don't even know what movie it is, but be aggressive. Be aggressive. Sammy Chisholm on the give. He'll work patiently up the gut and will get near the line he needed the game, which is the 30-yard line.
There you go.
And that
Chains move.
Is a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down, 9:38.
Waiting on the signal there to see if we got a first down to say anything about the play. Great run by Sammy Chisholm.
Mosley moves quick back to the line. JP grabs the snap. Sammy met immediately in the backfield. That was like Jeffrey Simmons the other day on CJ Stroud.
Sometimes I just feel like I'm left scratching my head. certain situations, it does up-tempo doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Keep doing your thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the
Maybe.
game plan right here.
But, I mean, man, that play felt rushed.
2nd and long. JP in the backfield all alone. Jamarcus Halstead on the outside. Adam Lamb makes the grab. Tries to stay on his feet. Will be wrapped up. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. And this is a pivotal 3rd down underneath 9 minutes left to go in the final quarter of action.
You know Niceville would love to make a big stop right here.
Did I say 5 minutes? 9 minutes. Sorry, GH. 36-33 is the score. 3rd down.
Good hands.
Both sides of this stadium are beaming. High snap. Sammy Chisholm met in the backfield again. He'll be dropped for a loss. And Mosley could be bringing the punt team on.
I mean, this is great job by Niceville. That's what I'll say. How about that? That's where I'll go with it.
4th and 11 underneath the 8-minute mark here. Mosley has a 3-point lead. They've got the ball at their 29-yard line, and the senior, Talon Moore, standing around his own 16-yard line, backs up 2 more steps. Niceville in their all maroon uniforms with silver and white accents. Mosley in all white with green and orange. They're going to fake it, and they will not get there.
Oh, no.
Talon Moore throws to Hinson Holden, and that will be a turnover on downs. Wow.
Where's the referee? Like, how's there not a flag for taunting right there? I don't understand. Okay, so there's a few things that I don't understand on this play right here, okay? First of all, the play, the decision, I'm not, oh my goodness. They've already got all the momentum in this game. I mean, why would you hand them any more? I don't know. I don't get it. Why do you want to even take an opportunity to hand them any more momentum in this kind of a football game? And also, how is there not a flag for taunting? But more so, how do you hand them any momentum? They've got it all already. I mean, this is an implosion.
From the 38-yard line, ball on the near side of the field. 7:22 left to play in this ball game. Deegan's going to roll out to his right, looking deep. They're going to throw it deep. Man wide open. He dropped it. He dropped it. Robert Oliver had nothing left to do but celebrate, and the ball was into the breadbasket, and he drops it.
I mean,
saved by the bell.
I want to know what happened right there. How does he have 10 yards on his guy in the first place? What is happening? This team's got to get it together. I don't know if it needs to be a timeout called, have a little come to Jesus on the sideline.
2nd and 10 from the 38.
You get second win right there, and you are damn blessed to have it.
Fingernail clippings are everywhere in the stadiums. They're not clippings, though. They're being trimmed down with teeth. Keegan's going to give it off to Gilliard. Gilliard tries to attack the middle of that defensive front, and he'll get a small gain to bring up 3rd and long. Number 70 comes off for the Dolphins. 6:54 left to play. That's Tyler Panabaker coming off. 20 seconds on the play clock, game clock. Now underneath 6:45. 4th quarter action live from Niceville, Florida. 3-point game. Keegan grabs the snap. They're going to find Robert Oliver. Another drop, and that's going to bring up 4th and long.
Oh, man.
Deegan McCoy on the throw right into the hands of the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down, Kyle.
I am just like lost for words. When we talk about seeing it all, I mean, Niceville they should be up 7 right now, or this should be a 4th and 2, and instead, oh my goodness. I mean, there's also a world where Mosley should be up by at least 3 scores.
Deegan McCoy's got two wide receivers, splits it either side. He flinches a little bit. The offensive line does not. And we're going to get a Niceville timeout. You're tuned in to Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Fourth quarter action live from Niceville, Florida. The breeze is blowing and the smoke is showing live for this epic performance between the Mosley Dolphins and the Niceville Eagles. 36-33, Mosley leads. 6:34 left to play. 4th and 8 for Niceville. Deegan McCoy grabs a snap, looks left, and he's got his man, and I think he's got enough. He does have a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. That was Jaden Tercero on the reception. Is there yellow? We're seeing a discussion between the officials at the 30-yard line.
What are we talking about here? Okay, hold on. Oh, something against oh my goodness.
There is a Bite Me Custom Treats penalty flag here. We await the call. 6.5 left to play. Face mask on the defense.
Must have been away from the ball.
So that'll be a first down.
That'll be hands to the face. I guess it probably doesn't matter.
And we're going to get a Countryside Lawn Care water break. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors here, but Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Matt Simmons, call him at 850-896-4156. He's looking for good help. He also specializes in the complete year-round lawn care of homes and businesses. Thank you to our previous quarter sponsors, golfwithj.com, Price & Sons Fencing, and KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Mr. Eddie's Barbershop on the first downs, Beach House Sales and Development on the touchdowns, and Bite Me Custom Treats on the penalty. And as always, PCB Hobby is your title sponsor. Stay tuned. Briefly after the end of the fourth quarter, Kyle will name the Reliance South Construction player of the game. 1st and 10 for Niceville from the 19-yard line. Ball on the near side of the field.
Mosley needs a turnover, man. I mean, the body language out there right now is not.
Deegan McCoy in a pistol formation. They're going to hand it off to Gilliard. Gilliard's going to go right up the middle. Gilliard will be stopped for a minimal gain, if any, making it 2nd and 9.
You get the feeling this is the game. Obviously, nobody wants to lose, but in a lot of cases, it's almost felt at times like nobody wants to win it. Does that make sense? It's been weird. What a weird game.
2nd and 9 underneath 6 minutes to play. Mosley holding on to a 36-33 lead. Niceville threatens. They look at the middle of the field, and number 5, Teray Geiger, makes the reception, I believe.
Incomplete.
It is incomplete. Bring it up 3rd and 10.
Gotta get off the field. Gotta get off the field. You have to get off the field. I mean, this is just... There is no way around it.
If you're Niceville and you get stopped here on 3rd down, do you attempt to tie with a field goal? Do you trust your field goal kicker in Cameron Pearson? Empty backfield, trips to the right. Deegan looks left, and great play by Demetrius Gillis to come on and get his hands on the ball.
So I was just about to say, like 65-year-old diapers, that depends. Hey, this is... It depends. I don't know what their kicking situation is like, Dave. But, I mean, this is a field goal game right now.
I'll say this. From what I have seen from his extra points tonight,
I would, yeah,
no
you got to
way.
go for this, yeah.
No way are we even trying this.
That's true, yeah.
That's no disrespect.
No, you're right, 100% right, yeah. I mean, some of them have been like almost shoveled over the goalpost at times.
5:40 and counting. Well, no, 5:40 and stopped here in the fourth quarter. And Niceville's going to have to burn a timeout as the play clock was dwindling down. 5:39 3-point game. Mosley leads in Niceville 36-33. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We're back at Niceville, 36-33. The Eagles bring the field goal unit on, Kyle.
Oh, my goodness. Wow,
the senior.
I would watch a fake. I'd have my eyes open for a fake here.
Cameron Pearson on to attempt the extra point, or the field goal attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good.
What was Mosley doing?
Deep. He went deeper than any of the extra points I've seen tonight. It proved me wrong. Doesn't matter what Mosley was doing. That's irrelevant. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they were hanging back for the fake. It's irrelevant on that behalf. That was a heck of a kick from the kicker, Cameron Pearson. And we have a tie ball game with 5:33 left to play in the fourth quarter. Let's go.
Mike, okay, so first of all, what an absolute boot. I mean, we were literally up here a minute ago, and that kid, I don't know if he had somebody in his ear like, hey, the broadcasters need to go to the beach or something. They need to go see the sandy white beach or go spend the day at the pool. What does that mean? I don't know. But I'll tell you what we saw right there. We saw a young man that obviously had to have had somebody telling him, hey, that play-by-play guy was just talking mad crap about you and your leg and shoveling extra points all night, and he just kicked an absolute boot. Now, on the flip side of that, I get that you got to be ready for the fake, but that doesn't mean you put no effort in on trying to get some pressure on the kick. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. That's a lot of head-scratching stuff tonight. What a heck of a ball game.
Heck of a ball game. Fourth quarter action. We're live from Niceville, Florida in Eagle Stadium, deadlocked at 36.
This is going to be returnable. Oh, my God.
Arboleta bobbles it, and because it did travel beyond the goal line, it will be a touchback.
Yeah, I would say that's a blessing. I mean.
Oh, we do have a Mosley player down on the far side of the field. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. And the injured Mosley Dolphin was James McMillan, who's on the offensive end, the defensive line at times here. We are in a close ball game. 36-36, 5-33. Pressure's on. JP looks.
Oh my gosh.
Ball could have been intercepted by number 16, who jumped out the gym, Caleb Sartori. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
My goodness. First of all, hell of an athletic play. He got way up in the air to bat that ball down. Second of all, that was telegraphed, very telegraphed. That ball was going to go to Carson Griffin and nobody else. That's something I need to see cleaned up.
Sammy Chisholm, Adam Land, and Fletcher Taylor in trips formation at the bottom of your screen. Carson Griffin and Jamarcus Halstead out to the top. Everyone shifts over to the top of your screen. Now Halstead in motion. Fake the give. Up the middle.
Oh,
They've got
yes.
Fletcher Taylor. He's across the 45. Great play from the slot receiver, who's down right here. Training staff on their way to number 0, Fletcher Taylor. Carson Griffin looking at him, maybe just needs to help him up here. Nope, the training staff is out. And with that, we'll wait on Fletcher Taylor to get up. This is Mosley Football Live. The drama continues to heighten. It's 36-36, powered by PCB Hobby. Fletcher Taylor back to his feet. Does look like he was dealing with some cramps.
It's when the weather starts to change like this, Dave. I think we see this a lot. You start to hydrate a little less, and it's natural. It's natural human motion, right?
Following the Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. Mosley from their own 46-yard line. 5:18 clock is on the run. So is Sammy Chisholm. He does not bounce back. He's the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. They look to the left side of the field. They find Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin goes out of bounds after a 2 to 3 yard gain on first down to bring up second.
Keep the clock moving here. Interesting play call there. A little bit of confusion maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Underneath the 5-minute mark here. Tie ball game, 36-36. Mosley, Niceville tied. Mosley wins. They win the district. Niceville wins. They stay alive in the chase to win the district in 2025.
Control their own destiny is what it is. Yeah.
JP is going to roll out to his right. He's going to look for Adam Land. Adam Land had it in his hands. Will drop it at the 40. That brings up 3rd and 7 from the Dolphins, 46.5.
I don't know if somebody got a fingertip on that ball at the last possible second, but man, you want your big tight end to catch that ball. Strong hands. And this is, man, oh man. This is just big.
15 seconds.
Chest is rattling.
On the play clock, 4:28 on the game clock. JP Holzenbach's got Sammy Chisholm to his right. They're going to fake. They're going to give it to him on the handoff.
Sammy.
Nice little counter there. He will get out of bounds. And we'll pick up a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. They are deeper into Niceville territory across the 40. Underneath 4.5. Clock stops as Sammy Chisholm went out of bounds. 36-36 is the score, live from breezy Niceville, Florida.
No Chris Brown.
Jamarcus Halstead and Carson Griffin at the bottom of your screen. They give it to Sammy Chisholm. Sammy Chisholm is upended after a minimal gain, making it 2nd and 9.
Boy, this is just, you get you. Whoo! These are the,
a little chill bumps
games.
with the chilliness.
Yeah,
a little
man,
chill bumps.
Yeah, it's
with
almost
the
a little.
chilliness.
It is almost a little chilly out here tonight. It's crazy. The turning of the seasons, baby. Football weather. We got a hell of a game. We're in Niceville. The district championship's on the line. How can you ask for any more? Maybe if it was on a Friday and we didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Split wide receivers on either side. Carson Griffin gets a nice jump on that slot route. That's actually, yeah, it is Carson. Carson climbs the ladder. Carson climbs the ladder, and he'll be inside the 20, near the 15 for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
What a big boy play. That's a Division I wide receiver right there, folks. Joe Flacco would have loved to have him at Delaware.
3:30 and underneath that now in a tie ball game. Mosley in the red zone at the 15 for a 1st and 10. Jamarcus Halstead at the bottom of your screen, looking at press coverage. JP Olsenbeck's got Sammy on his right. They give it to Sammy. He bounces to his left, cuts back up inside, and will gain a few yards to make 2nd down, about 6 or 7.
Shout out to everybody watching over on the YouTube side. Over 580 viewers right now, Dave. This thing is popping. This game is huge. Everyone understands this moment. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Well, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Every second counts. And it is a big, big fight feel. And Mosley not only driving here, they're driving right into that Niceville band, which you know has got to play a little bit of a role.
10 seconds left here on the play clock. Underneath 2.5 on the game clock. Tie ball game in the 4th. Sammy Chisholm gets the handoff and he tries to lean forward, but it'll only gain a yard, if any. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we are going to get a timeout by the Niceville Eagles, provided by Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. David Hayes, Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby. Here we go. Mosley, Niceville. It just keeps on giving. 36-36. 3rd and 7 for the Dolphins offense. Adam Land motions from left to right. Carson Griffin is going to throw it. No, it's Fletcher, and he might be drugged down by a house collar, and he won't. It's not a horse collar.
That's like a hip drop.
He will be brought down at the 15, and 4th down is upon us, and it is decision time.
I think that's what Tommy Joe's talking to this referee about. That's a dangerous play, man. That's a hip drop tackle if I've ever seen one. Oh, man, this is the coach is going to let every second of this wind off before he takes a timeout. This is a decision. So let's talk about it, Dave. 4th and 7. A minute 25 left.
Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Catch us after the break. No, I'm just kidding. Man, right here is tough. You've got your field goal kickers, 3 of 4. You've got, he has not kicked to this end zone yet. It's going to be totally different with the Niceville band back there, with the scoreboard, with everything behind you, with all the marbles on the line. You missed the kick.
This is the biggest kick of his life.
But here's the thing. You don't pick up the first down, and now you give them the opportunity.
Right.
So in my opinion, I'm going with Maverick Wright. An opportunity to win the game.
They leaving?
Here we go, 36-36.
Oh my goodness, this is just...
And I thought we got a whistle. That kick is wide left.
Hold on though, hold on. Hold on though, hold on. But there was a whistle,
I think that's what we've been hearing all night, Kyle. I think that's what we've been hearing all night. I don't think we're going to get a call for that.
Was that the dude? Somebody's got to get.
There's nothing going to change from this. Niceville is going to be getting an opportunity with 118.
Holy cow.
118, 36-36.
I mean, that is criminal. So for those of you who can't hear it on YouTube, somebody on the other sideline has had a whistle all night, and I believe, well, I don't believe somebody blew the whistle before that play, and I mean, that play that made an impact on that.
It absolutely did, Kyle.
That is crazy.
Niceville. Tie ball game. They've got an opportunity working from the right to the left. 118. Deegan rolls out, looking to the far side of the field. And they'll make the grab, picking up a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. Ball at the 31. Clock continues to roll. Not sure of our timeout situation. Deegan McCoy, the quarterback, grabs a low snap, looking over here our way off of the outstretched fingertips of the intended receiver, Jaden Tercero.
This has just been a wacky, wacky night.
Underneath a minute left to play here in this ball game. 2nd and 10 for Niceville. Running back Gilliard to the left of his quarterback. They're going to give it to him right up the gut. He's got some room, but an open field tackle made by Carson Griffin, and that brings up 3rd down.
I wonder what you did. Again, the timeout situation. We don't have them notated anywhere. We're in a little weird setup tonight.
40 seconds and counting. Tercero comes back in. 3rd down from the 35. Looking to the top of your screen. He falls down. His knee
he
was
went down, right? He's down.
That should be a sack, and normally I do not. I am normally not that type of guy who starts yelling, but my goodness gracious, when things are egregious, they're egregious. Like, that's one of those things. But that's actually beneficial if you look at it from the Dolphins' perspective, where the clock will stop, and we'll see what Niceville decides to do. Do they punt, or do they go for it?
There's no way I go for this. Now, I've been wrong all night about what they're going to do, but there's no way I go for this.
They are shifting.
They've got like 100 people on the field right now.
They do. There's 15 seconds left on the play clock here. White Hat walks in. There's been no signal to change. 5 seconds here. No punter. No punter on the field for Niceville. If they were to snap that ball, it would go over his head. And Mosley, that was very smart on the upman for Niceville, because if they would have snapped that ball, that would have been a touchdown essentially for Mosley.
Yeah. Probably a safety at the
Timeout for Mosley here. 27 seconds left, and Mosley is going to have an opportunity to get this football back unless Niceville decides to take their opportunity at trying a fake punt in parts of the field where maybe you just don't do that. Such a fun ball game here tonight.
So if we had a timeout, why don't you burn it while the clock was bleeding?
36, 27 seconds left, and here comes the Niceville punt team. Ball at the 30-yard line on the far side of the field. I can't remember seeing any punts tonight from Niceville. If so, it has been a while. Talon Moore is ready for the fake punt. He's standing inside of the Niceville 45-yard line. No one back to return for Mosley. They are looking for the fake punt. They get in on it, and that will bounce around the 45-yard line. Take a Niceville bounce, and Mosley's going to have an opportunity with 19 seconds left in this game. Tied at 36. David Hayes, Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby.
Boy, this is just, I know you probably wanted to go to a break there, so I'll give you a little bit of oxygen break. This is insane. This is kind of where you probably wish you had a timeout. Boy. All right, anyway.
Here we go.
That's car ride home stuff. That's
home of the Eagles. Niceville Mosley.
Have we had an overtime game yet?
I do not believe so.
I don't think so.
36 from the 45 on the far side of the field. They're going to give it to Sabry Chisholm. Sabry Chisholm's at the 50-yard line.
Get out of bounds.
Hole opens up. He gets out of bounds. Near the 45. 13 seconds left on the clock.
Holy cow. My heart is rattling. I don't know if it's just a big fight feel, atrial fibrillation. Woo. What a night.
Here we go. Thursday night lights action, and it doesn't get better than this. Tie ball game. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen for the Dolphins. Looks right. Fletcher Taylor across the 35. You gotta clock it. You gotta clock it.
Why call?
Time is at 8 seconds left.
Get it down. Get it on the ground. Get it on the ground.
And we've got 6 seconds left. 6 seconds left. A field goal from here, Kyle, would be like a 52-yarder.
I think I probably shoot one of those little screens real fast to the sideline. Try to get like 2 or 3.
Where are they at? The 32, so at the end zone, 42. 49-yard field goal.
Into the wind, by the way.
Yes.
Into the wind. Now the question here is, do you go to the end zone or do you do what I just said? Do you throw a quick screen pass to the outside and just jet out of bounds and try to like dip forward a little bit?
I'll tell you what's about to happen here. They're going to fake the screen to Sammy Chisholm and watch Jamarcus Halstead on the post. Jamarcus Halstead on the post. Fumble. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime.
Free football.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Back with overtime. Keep it locked in. All right, we are live from Niceville, Florida, getting ready for some overtime. 36-36, and Mosley is going to start off with the ball first, and they will be heading toward the end zone towards our left, which is where they spent the majority of the evening scoring or kicking the field goals that went into the uprights there. So here we go. Big time.
Got a little
overtime game.
Did a little Google action during the break. Confirmed our thought. College overtime is basically what this is. Everybody's going to get the ball from the 10. It's first and goal.
Here we go.
And it's just matching possessions here. So
we might not be able to get anything on camera because everyone's about to be standing up here. JP Holsom back, the quarterback. He's got Sammy Chisholm on his left and 3 receivers on his right. Adam Land motions from the right to the left. They're going to pitch it to Sammy, and the whistle
timeout.
wide as Coach Tommy Joe Whitten takes a timeout. Let the anticipation build, as Wayne would say, let the beat build.
Man, oh man, I had a lot of time to draw that play call up. I mean, I guess you can't. I mean, they're not rollover timeouts, so.
Can't take them with you when you go.
Not like the T-Mobile minutes back in 2009.
36-36. It's all about your 10-yard and in offense right here. Everything's kind of on the table. Some things have been eliminated to a degree. If we get into the bouts of a field goal kicking battle, Maverick Wright's, 3 for 5? 5 field goals attempted is crazy
insane
from the Mosley Dolphins.
Also,
Niceville's kicker booted from a good distance as well.
What a weird night, dude. When we look back on this one, first of all-time classic. We've been doing this for 4 years. This is our first overtime game.
Here we go. The Dolphins have Sammy Chisholm on the right of the quarterback, JP Holsaback. Jamarcus Halstead in motion. Give to Sammy right up the gut. He's going to waltz it through the end zone. Taking an official with him. Touchdown Dolphins. Pending the extra point. Maverick Wright hustles down the sideline. Getting ready here.
Did I see a flag in the end zone?
The official got kind of ran over, so maybe he got the flag hit out of him.
All right. We do have an injured Niceville Eagle on the ground.
With that being said, this is Mosley Football Live powered by PCB Hobby. We'll break away here for the injury and return to finish up this overtime period. All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness, they're lining up to go for 2?
The Mosley Dolphins just scored. It's 42-36. Oh, I hope that didn't get on my laptop.
I don't know what happened. Oh, what's
the wind? We've got a Niceville timeout here.
Oh boy, this is just intense. Why not use them, right? So I wonder if this is just Mosley being Mosley going for this 2, or if this is mandated. That is something I did not read in those rules. If you're watching on YouTube and you do have a better grip of the overtime rules in high school football, please feel free to drop a comment. We are watching the comments. Shout out to Pool Company, Ron Swanson business, I guess.
42-36. Final quarter of action has passed, and we are in overtime.
Fixed the score, they said. It is, in fact, 42-36. I don't know what you mean by fixed the score. Let's maybe wake up over there, Christopher Larson.
42-36, Xavier Chisholm on the right side of JP Holstenbeck. Jamarcus Halstead and Carson Griffin are wide out at the bottom of your screen. Now in motion is Jamarcus. Give to Sammy. It's going to be close. They're saying he's up.
They're going to mark him down.
They stood him up at the goal line.
Oh,
no good.
Larson. Christopher Larson, I apologize. I had Niceville up 42-36.
Ah, look at him.
What an
Thank
absolute.
you, Christopher Larson.
Thank you, Christopher Larson. I'll send you a $5 gift card to Zales.
Now Niceville scores and gets in for the 2-point conversion. They win. Mosley stops them, and the ball game is over. It is 42-36. If you are listening on YouTube, join in on the defense chants. Here comes the Niceville offense. First and 10 from the 10.
They are loading it down over there. Look, Niceville, the fans are ready.
They've got Gilliard on the right. They sling him out. Deegan's going to roll out to the right. Pressured, and he's going to go down. He's going to go down. That is a huge sack by my guy, Demetrius Gillis. Let's go. That changes everything. They're behind the 20 now. 42-36. Overtime period. From the 21, it's second and goal. Gotta get pay dirt, then you gotta make the decision to go for 1 or 2. Gilliard in the backfield alongside his quarterback. On the left of his quarterback, Deegan McCoy. Deegan McCoy grabs the snap, looks at the middle of the field. He's pressured again. He rolls out, throws it up. I can't see. It is incomplete. It's third down.
Oh, my goodness. That Mosley defensive line is crashing right now. 2 plays to get in. 2 plays to get in.
I need a sycamore tree that I could climb up in.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now.
This is what it's all about, baby.
This is insane.
42-36, third and goal for the Eagles from the 22-yard line.
It's the kind of game that almost makes you glad the menthol ban didn't go in place.
3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Gilliard, the running back, to the left. Looking left the whole way. Robert Oliver makes a great grab. Fletcher Taylor brings him down. And Niceville's got to go 15 yards to tie this game up.
My goodness. You can pull that camera this way a little bit. I'll pull
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stay.
You can't see right now.
We're good, baby. I can read the crowd. 14 yards to tie the game up. If not, Mosley goes to be 6-1 and win the district. All the marbles on the line. Empty backfield for Niceville.
Oh, man.
He's got to look towards the middle of the field. It's a high pass. It's incomplete. And your Mosley Dolphins will go on to win the district. And they win in overtime, 42-36. What a ball game. Live from Niceville, Florida. What a competition. Let's go.
I'm going to have to double down on the metoprolol tomorrow, baby. My heart is pounding. Holy cow, blood pressure through the roof.
Finish. So proud of these young men here on both sides of the field here. Niceville, way to battle your heart out for the Mosley Dolphins. Way to win the district. Way to never say no.
Hey,
and here we go.
Got to read a super chat coming in from Aiden, sending a $10 super chat. Shout out to you, Aiden. He said Mosley wanted the 2 because the chances make it harder on Niceville. Now all Niceville had to do was score a touchdown and they make the extra point, and the game would have been over. But would have is the key word, because Mosley made the big plays on defense when it mattered and kept Niceville out of the end zone. And now, Dave, for the 3rd year in a row, we got to get new T-shirts back to back to back. District champions in Lynn Haven, Florida. Shout out to the Mosley Dolphins. What
Let's
a
go.
freaking game tonight. Oh, is that Rudy? What's going on, brother? We got celebrities out here everywhere.
We got that.
Let's
It's great.
go.
We got the fans coming up to the broadcast booth. That's what we like.
They're all coming in.
And if you ever are listening to these games, yeah, come say hey to us. We don't bite. This
you doing,
is what
man?
it's all about. Wow, Niceville, what a heck of a game. But Mosley wins 42-36. They're going to win the district. Jeffrey did a decent job on the camera tonight.
3 out of 10, Jeffrey. Way to go, brother. Way to go.
Wow.
The Flemings are hyped. Jason Lance running up and down. Jason, you're going to feel that tomorrow. You're in your 40s, brother.
Oh, goodness gracious, Kyle. It is time for us to make a nomination. But first, we have to thank our sponsors.
Get in there. Get in there.
The Beach House Sales and Development touchdown was never brought up in the overtime touchdown. I'm sorry about that, Beth. I love you guys.
First
Shout
time.
out to Ryan Mulvey. Thoughts and prayers with the entire Mulvey family,
Absolutely.
as always. Guys, wow. Our sponsors for tonight, I'm probably going to have to print off all new sheets of my stuff because we got some water spillage on the table here. Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge, Reliance South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, Whitehead Plumbing, Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming. Can't forget about Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, Beach House Sales and Development. We've got Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Hey, good to see you, B. Shaw. Good to see y'all. Wow, man. Countryside Lawn Care, Bay County, GolfWithJ.com, Price & Sons Fencing, KO Skaggs Heating and Air. And once again, I won't have a voice going into work tomorrow, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Kyle, we've got to name our Reliance South Construction Player of the Game. Who might that be this afternoon?
Holy cow. Well, first of all, I probably have to give it to my cardiologist
There you go.
for keeping me alive.
Keeping your fibrillation in.
Atrial, non-atrial, or whatever it is. No, honestly, man, there's a lot of guys you can give a game like this to. We thought we had it named, and we had some stuff happen that kind of made us have to switch gears. So you know what? The big plays when it mattered, Dave. We got to go with Carson Griffin tonight. The CG. He was an absolute dog. I mean, there was a catch down here that I think is going to go forgotten that he made on the big touchdown drive earlier, where he just went up and snagged the ball out of the air. Carson Griffin, huge game on both sides of the ball, by the way, because he pulled a little Iron Man on us tonight. No Tony Stark, but he looked good doing it, man. Shout out to this team. Shout out to this family that we've built 3 years in a row, and we get an extra week of football. At least
that we've built or that we've been allowed to be presented the opportunity to be a part of. No, this is great stuff here. Kyle, next week we're at Gavlac.
Yes, sir.
Arnold Marlins and Mosley. It's time for us to wrap it up and get on back to Panama City so we can get to our day jobs. But wow, what a game tonight. Congratulations again to Carson Griffin. Congratulations to thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yes, one time for the one time, by the way.
No doubt. Well, thank you guys for listening. It's been another edition of Mostly Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. For Kyle Wright, I'm David Hayes. Just remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.